Welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, home of the Colerain Cardinals. Tonight, we have got high school football action for you that is unparalleled in the city. It's the St. Xavier Bombers versus the Colerain Cardinals here at Colerain High School. This is Chris Hemanitis with wearecolerain.com and Waycross Community Television, coming to you live from Colerain High School along with Brandon and Brian Wyatt for what has become, Brian, one of the best annual games in the city. 3 years in a row now that these two teams have met up in the regular season, and this is exactly what high school football is all about in this city.
Oh, less than 10 miles separates these two schools. It's a backyard brawl. You know, the guys down the street in blue are come here on our field, christening our new turf. Colerain looking to defend their turf. You know, they took it to the Bombers last year. Bombers looking for a little bit of revenge. It's high school football at its finest.
Of course, the Colerain Cardinals are coming off a big victory last week in the Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown against Park Vista, Florida, winning by a final score of 45-27. Of course, the St. Xavier Bombers also were victorious last week against Ben Davis, a power number 2 ranked big school team in the entire state of Indiana. Beat them last week at home 34-7. Now, for those who are familiar with St. Xavier football, they may think, wow, 34 points for St. X. That's a lot of points. This St. X offense is bringing back, and they are loaded for bear, aren't they?
Yeah, most of their starters returning, and Nick Tenzing's going to be returning at quarterback. Dual threat. We've seen him run. We've seen him throw. He's going to be, this is going to be a huge test. Colerain, not a lot of returning starters on defense. A young secondary looking to get tested tonight. Gave up a few big plays last week, but a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker. Colerain defense is going to look to stop the big Bombers.
And if you get a chance here, you guys can't see it at home, but you can see it in Waycross right now. Get a chance of that gigantic student section that St. X brings with them everywhere they go.
Yeah, it's always big here. They bring a bunch of students, but in our end zone, starting here near at Colerain, we've got the red zone, the student section of Colerain growing and growing every year. Support from both these communities. You know, we're a few minutes from kickoff, and there are still people in line trying to get in, so the cage is filling up tonight. Everybody's in the hill. Everybody's coming in. Players are taking the field. I tell you what, I'm getting wound up here, Chris. Let's go ahead and kick off.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds to kick off. Again, for those online listening live at wearecolerain.com, thank you so much for joining us. St. Xavier, of course, is in their all white with their blue trim and their blue X helmets. Colerain will be in all red, of course, with their white helmets and the Cardinal head. So this is a big game from a Harbin's Points perspective for both of these teams, because the winner is going to reap the rewards of the other team's undoubtedly good season going forward.
Yeah, Rivals.com has rated this game one of the top 10 games in the country. So the high school matchup is not only a big one for the city, but it's one of the biggest matchups in the country.
And as the St. X student section said it, here come the St. Xavier Bombers. So, there's St. X. We're prepared for Colerain to take their turn coming down the steps.
Yeah, they're excited, they're pumped. For those players that are returning for St. X, there's no doubt about it. I read a quote from Justin Hilliard, the linebacker, in the paper this week that he quoted in regards to the playoff game last year where they lost here in the first round. He said, "We were dominated." That is not a feeling they want to experience again, and I am sure that they have revenge on the mind. And for these Cardinals, many of them who are going to be starting in new positions, it kind of all starts right at the quarterback position. Number 10, senior Kelvin Cook, first-year starter for the Cardinals.
Here come the Cardinals down the steps in a new tradition they've had the last couple of years coming out to 2001 in Space Odyssey.
Yeah, we talk about Kelvin Cook. He's a second-year starter. We saw him a lot last year as a wide receiver and not afraid of contact, not the biggest guy, but he showed us last week, matured very quickly over the summer and has taken the reins of this Colerain offense. And last week against a very good Park Vista team, lots of Florida speed, showed he's got some speed of his own, but not forced to throw the ball. Only 3 passing attempts last week, as we can see out there. Kelvin Cook not only going to lead his team at quarterback, he's going to lead his team on the field, carrying the Cardinal flag. First time, it's a long time I've seen a player with the flag in hand.
That's a really nice thing to see now, about a minute and a half before kickoff here. The intensity is electric. They are excited, and the Cardinals are running onto the field. Their brand new field that they've got that thankfully installed through wonderful donations from UC Health and NovaCare. So there are the Colerain Cardinals. Again, Kelvin Cook, number 10 at quarterback. You know, we talk about first-year starters at quarterback at Colerain, and, you know, for those who have been fans of Colerain for years, know, boy, it always is a little dicey at the beginning of the year with a new quarterback. But I'll tell you what, there's a guy on this offense that we heard a lot about last year, but didn't really get maybe the attention it deserves. He's going to get it this year. Number 2, the pocket Hercules, Daquan Smith-Moore.
Daquan Smith-Moore, all 5'5", 190 pounds. We saw him a state placer in wrestling for the last 2 years. But, you know, as you said, he's overlooked not only because of size, but he was the MVP last week, putting up over 200 yards. And he'll come, not your traditional fullback. He will not only run around you, he will run under you, but if given the chance, he will run over you. Football low man wins the battle. I'll tell you what, no one can get lower than Daquan Smith-Moore.
Absolutely.
And we talk about it as a state place in the wrestling tournament. His only loss at the tournament was the eventual state champion, a kid he had beaten in the district finals to get there, young man from Moeller.
Dakota Sizemore, I believe was his name. Yep, absolutely. No, so Daquan is definitely a big part of this offense. And you're going to hear all that. There's going to be some new names, some guys that have had some bit parts in the past that are really breaking out this year. One name that hopefully you're going to hear a lot of tonight, number 3, a junior for Colerain by the name of Jordan Asbury. So here we go. The clock is set for 12 minutes. We're getting ready to get underway again. For those of you listening live online, I am Chris Imonitis from wearecolerain.com along with Brian and Brandon White here in the booth. We are excited to be bringing you Colerain high school football action. It is week 2, and the Cardinals are taking on the Bombers. The Cardinals won the toss, and they have elected to receive the opening kickoff. So they want to get that offense on the field first.
Typically, you see a lot of teams, they win the toss, they'll defer no matter what. Colerain, Coach Tom Bolden says, we want the ball, we want to score first, we want to take control of this game right from the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
And that's going to be critical in this contest, is for us to score points, because this St. X offense is going to be a little bit more high-powered than maybe what we've been used to seeing.
Yeah, that's Alex Kenner teeing it up for the Bombers, and back for the Colerain Cardinals, Jordan Asbury and Jalen Christian.
Interesting tee up here. He almost angled it towards the sideline. See if he goes deep or not.
We are underway. He kicks it. It's a high pooch kick. It drops right before the 20-yard line, and it goes out of bounds. But it is touched by a Colerain player. So that is where the Cards will be starting. First down and 10 at about the 20, looks like right at the 20-yard line. So not a bad starting spot for the Cardinals, but certainly an effective kick for St. X, as they don't want to return on that.
Yeah, they get us, they're starting on their own 19-yard line. You know, it's a little pooch kick. You kick it to an area, no return. So Kelvin Cook under center. We're going to go 3 wide receivers, only 1 back this time. We can start out of the shotgun. Is this Colerain?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Looks like we're going to have 3 receivers, 1 in the backfield. This is certainly a different look than what they ran last week, where they ran very much with the traditional wing
there
tee.
He goes under center.
There we go. Kelvin moves under center with Daquan Smith-Moore directly behind him. 3 wide receivers. He takes the ball. Fakes the handoff to Daquan Smith, keeps himself, runs around the end. He's into the open. He's down to the 40, all the way past the 45-yard line. No flags on the field. Big first down run for Kelvin Cook.
And we're going to see this all day, what we saw last year with L.A. Ransby. Colerain is going to attack the short side of the field, quarterback, fullback. There's not going to be a lot of pitches. That St. X takes that away. Elder takes it away. GSO teams decided it's got to be the quarterback, fullback that beat you. And Kelvin Cook with a great start for the Cardinals.
Yeah, first down for the Colerain. Ball's going to be spotted at their own 44-yard line. Colerain really looking really wide splits, spread out with 3 wide receivers.
Kelvin Cook takes it. Again, fakes the handoff to Daquan Smith-Moore. Keeps himself looking for room to run. He's running back and forth. He's going to get positive yards on it. He really had to try and find something there, and he found a couple of yards. So positive yards for Kelvin Cook once again, calling his own number here early.
Yeah, they're looking to stop the fullback. Looked like the same play again, and St. X sniffed that one out. He kept it himself, and they plugged the hole, but he kept working, and he did, picked up about 3 yards.
And it looked like he maybe could have gave the ball there to Daquan, but it's early in the game, and this is the first time he's going to see full speed of that patented 3-3-5 X defense.
So it's 2nd down and 7 here at the beginning of the first quarter. First drive. He takes the ball this time, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, makes a few man miss, picks up about another 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 3. Good little run for Kelvin Cook.
Yeah, David Lissering makes the stop for the St. X Bombers, but Cook makes it manageable, takes it across the 50, ball at the 47-yard line, 3rd down and about 1.5.
I was about to say, you got a nice spot there. Make it 3rd and 1. We get our first officials timeout and equipment issue for number 57 for the St. X Bombers.
Was it a helmet? I didn't see.
Did not see, but he's coming out, so.
Yeah, we see the replay here at Waycross. He feeds the ball, but no, he pulls it back and folds it. Only one man to beat, and number 9 from the Bombers makes a stop. But, you know, knowing Coach Bolden, we're across the 50, 3rd down and 1. He's probably going to at least take 2 plays to get this one, put some pressure on the St. X defense.
Yeah, absolutely. So big 3rd down here in this first series. He did better on that run than I thought he did with only 1 yard to go. Let's see what happens now.
Goes out of the shotgun.
Look at that. Takes the ball, looks to run, keeps it himself. Makes a few man miss. I don't know if he got enough for the first down. It's close.
It's going to be very close.
Kelvin Cook is about 165, 170 pounds. He's not the 200-pound back that L.A. Ramsey was last year.
Yeah, he runs the option out of the shotgun. Only one man to pitch it. He stopped about a half-yard short. So Coach Bolden, the gambler he is, you're in St. X territory with only a half-yard to go. 4th down and a half-yard. Cardinals are going for it with 10 minutes left in this first quarter.
Well, I certainly appreciate the aggressiveness. He knows the importance of scoring points. Under center is Kelvin Cook. He takes it, hands the ball to Daquan Smith-Morris, puts his head down and gets the first down.
There was no read on that option there. He was giving the ball to Cook, and he gives it, and Daquan Smith follows the block. Nice block by Ross Demmel up there in the front of the offensive line, and that's a matchup we're going to see. The one I'm watching is at center for Colerain Cardinals, and undersigned Kendall Strader, only 200 pounds, going against the 290-pound St. X nose guard. That's a battle of speed versus bulk.
And I'll tell you what, Cardinals' faith there. I don't even know if that was a read. That was probably a straight give.
That's a straight give, yep.
Get the 1 yard, get the first down.
So traditional look by Colerain, wingback formation.
Yep, Jordan Asbury in motion. Kelvin Cook takes it, drops back to pass, and it's complete to number 5, Hosea Murphy, who gets just tripped up, but picks up about 15 yards for another Cardinal first down.
Even with the binoculars, Chris blows the first call of the year. That's number 9, T.J.
Oh, was it?
Dula.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 5.
I tell you what, if Dula keeps his feet there on that quick slot pass, he's gone, kind of tripped up, and nice yardage all the way down to the 31-yard line of the Bombers territory.
I was say that's pretty impressive for Jose Murphy to get a playing defensive player with a catch there, but
you know, when you make a big play like that, even we get excited up here in the booth.
Kelvin Cook takes the ball out of shotgun. He runs it right up the middle, looking for
He's
room.
loose.
He's got plenty of room.
He's loose.
He's off into the green. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Kelvin Cook, the first-year starter, quick. Kelvin Cook, 31 yards for the first score of the ball game. He takes it and he follows DSM right up the middle. Good block by the middle, secondary block. You don't get down the field if you don't get blocked by your wide receivers. Jordan Aresbury's down there, and there's the big tight end. That's number 42, Josh Boland, down blocking downfield, and Colerain, they score first.
And everyone talked about, you know, you lose L.A., he's such a big, physical guy. Kelvin Cook, little 160 pounds. His kick is up and good. Tell you what, Kelvin Cook ran through some tacklers there, not just the shake and bake there at the end, showing that Colerain all-season program is worth its money.
Well, he won't shy away from contact. He was the only person I saw last year at wide receiver, drew 5 personal fouls for blocking, not dirty, blocking too hard. So as we see here, we're going to look at the replay here on Waycross. Kelvin Cook just follows his lead blocker down there. A lot of missed tackles, and he just makes a couple man miss. You know, shows the quickness. Everybody remembers Tyler Williams. Kind of reminds him a little bit of Tyler Williams with that lateral quickness. But Colerain's on the board. Zach Gaynor comes out, gets the extra point. 7-0, 8:55 left in the first quarter.
So 2 things there, if I may comment. You know, Steve Speck said in an interview this week that one of the things that he thought that St. X's defense was going to struggle with in the opening series was dealing with Colerain's speed, because he really felt that they could not simulate it in their practice with their scout team. And it was very obvious to me that St. X defense had not seen, at least this week, that level of speed yet. So we'll see what they do to adjust, and we know they will. Second of all, could you have asked for a better opening series for the Colerain
Cardinals? You march right down. You take the gamble on 4th down, gives your team extra incentive, and there you go. Zach Gaynor tees it off, just a squib kick right up the middle, taken by a St. X player, and he's going nowhere, stopped at about the 30-yard line, tackled by a host of Colerain Cardinals.
And what a difference a week of practice makes. That was an adventure in special teams last week against Park Vista. Worked on they'll give up the 30, but I think they're better than giving up the long touchdown like they did last week.
Well, there's absolutely no question. And last week there were at least 2, maybe more than that, I don't remember, illegal procedures where the ball was kicked straight out of bounds in an attempt to pooch. So Zach Gaynor doing exactly what he was instructed to do there. So the St. Xavier Bomber offense is now on the field for the very first time. They'll take over first down and 10 with 8:49 to go in the opening quarter, down 7-0 on the 30-yard line. Nick Tensing, the big 6'4" senior quarterback, takes the ball and hands off to C.J. Hilliard, and he's hit right in the hole by T. Gray Scales.
8 on 8 right there. Hilliard just takes a straight dive up the middle. Good push by this very large offensive line here for the St. X Bombers. He picks up 4.
And we're going to hear a lot of that all night. 8 on 8. Hilliard, Scales, big collision to start. We'll probably hear it again the rest of the night.
All right, here we go. 3 yards gained officially on that carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. In the shotgun, with C.J. Hilliard directly behind him.
Little movement on the outsides. Number 21 from the St. X Bombers. Wide receiver flinched a little bit.
Again, thank you for joining in. If you're listening online at wearecolerain.com, we encourage you to email us wherever you are. The email address is radio@wearecolerain.com. Brandon Wyatt is here. He's going to be checking your emails, especially if you're an alum. We'd love to hear from you. So now with the penalty, it's 2nd down and 11. Ball is back just past the original line of scrimmage. Snap back to Tensing. He looks to pass. Again, another lefty. Pass is complete out to number 88. And he gets it all the way out to probably just short of the first down. He's going to take it out to about the 40-yard line. He did the 41 for the first.
Yeah, he gets it out there. Nice play by the Bombers. Taken down by number 13. That's first-year starter Daryl Gardner on the outside as we see Tensing just drop back. Just a simple out pattern. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Bombers. And they're lined up, and he's under center this time.
Yeah, they're going to come with multiple formations. He's got now he backs out away from center. Nick's got he's got a fullback right next to him and C.J. Hilliard behind him. Got to believe this will just be a straight handoff. As Ben Glines in motion, he passes it out to him and he catches it. He'll have enough for the first down and then some. He's going to get all the way out to midfield and just cross over into Colerain territory. So good pass play and execution by the Bombers.
And that might just have been, you get a look at the replay, that might be close to a long handoff. That looked like it went backwards on the pass. I don't know how the official stats will call it, but
yeah, that's definitely, I believe, went backwards. But you got 2 wide receivers blocking on 2 defenders with a man out there. That's a tough play, but it's a nice design play, but that's a tough tackle to make. But Bombers into Cardinal territory on the 49-yard line.
Nick Tensing now in the shotgun with C.J. Hilliard behind him. Tensing looking to pass. There's pressure up the middle, and he's going down. Number 8, there he is, T. Gray Scales.
Just a little push up the middle, and I tell you what, give credit to the Colerain defensive back. Tensing had nowhere to throw the ball, and it breaks down, a little stun up the middle. Jacob Todd, a lot of pressure. T. Gray Scales gets rid of his man, takes Tensing down for almost a 10-yard loss.
I think a little bit of confusion created there by the Cardinal defense. Typically, they'll bring the outside edges. This time they bring the rush up the middle, and T. Gray Scales able to make the play.
Particularly interesting to see Josh Boland back in on defense. He's become a stalwart on that defensive line. He's just 2 weeks into the season. Back in the shotgun, number 14, Nick Tensing. Ben Glines in motion. Oh,
and they moved again, I believe. Yep. Got a little head start here on the left side from the Bombers. Got to bring them back a few more yards.
St. X head coach Steve Specht on the other sideline, pacing nervously with his hands behind his back. He does not look happy right now as his Bombers are moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah, this young Colerain secondary is going to be tested early. Some first-year starters out there. Hosea Murphy out there for the first time, and along with Elijah Campbell.
And if you're X, sometimes you're so hyped up because you want to get revenge. You want to get revenge. Sometimes you get yourself a little too high-strung and make these early mistakes.
It is 2nd and 25 for the Bombers. Snap is back, Tensing. He's under pressure. He throws it. It's caught by number 11, but immediately tackled by number 24. I believe that was completed for a 6-yard loss.
I'll tell you what, they catch him on the perfect blitz. It looked like they're setting up a little wide receiver screen. Eric Johnson from Colerain flushes him, throws it early. Number 24, big play. That's Maine Williams, the junior, comes up. Big loss. 3rd down and 27.
6 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. The Cardinals up 7-0, and they are driving the Bombers back deep into their own territory. It is 3rd and 27. Let's see what kind of pressure the Cardinals put on here if they drop into coverage. They're going to send 4. Nick Tessing looking to pass. It is complete, but down immediately goes the receiver, well short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and about 12 for the Bombers. I presume we'll see the punt team.
Yeah, well, we'll find it. Tenzing finds Joey Arbino, gets about half of it back. Going to bring up a 4th down and 13, and
still out there.
They have left their offense out there.
They're going to go for this on 4th. And
well, you know what? Watch for the pooch kick, too.
Yep.
He drops back and kind of
Yep, it's coming. Here we go. Tessing takes it, he rolls, and he pooch kicks it. That's a pretty good little pooch kick, end over end. Bounces at about the 22-yard line, stays in bounds, and that's where the Bombers, number 4, Ben Glines, will down it right at about the 19. So that's where the Cardinals will take over. Again, now we can say it for the defense. What a great first series for them.
Well, that's one of the benefits of having an athletic quarterback like that. He takes the rugby punt. There's nobody return, so he really doesn't have to kick it too far. He gets the end-over-end roll, and Colerain's going to start this series just where they started their first series, at their own 19-yard line. 5:11 left in this first quarter.
And you got to like the response by the defense. You gave up that first down on the very first set of downs. And you bounce back, big sack, big stop, big play by the defense.
So Kelvin Cook could go back under center again. Wing formation.
Sun is setting in the horizons, and we're getting ready for some night football. Kelvin Cook this time takes it and hands it off.
He fumbled it.
He fumbled and it was on the ground. Turnovers have not been a problem for this Cardinal team yet, but we do not want to start here.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of got blown up. Kelvin Cook pulled it back, and not sure if it was from contact, but I think he was trying to take the ball out of Daquan Smith-Moore's belly and kind of kept it himself, a little bit of contact. But
fumbled in that mesh. It looked like DSM got kind of pushed back at the initial.
Yeah, well, I saw here in the replays, we're looking here at Waycross, as he was trying to pull it back, just kind of a little blown up error. Give credit to the St. X front, putting a little pressure on the quarterback. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 14.
And it's spread out as the Cardinals were before. Now they're really tight with their formation.
You know, you're seeing different formations from Colerain. They don't show you a lot, but when they do, they can run multiple plays out of this formation. You just got down this deep in their area. They just got to protect the ball.
In motion is number 9, TJ Dooley. He takes the pitch, and he's met in the backfield and taken down for about a 2-yard loss. So now the Cardinal offense moving the wrong direction.
2 yards is kind, Chris. That's about a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, nice play by the St. X Bombers. They read the option. They stopped the fullback. They stopped the quarterback. They stopped the pitch.
That was the best executed defensive play for St. X so far this game. Yes, from the pitch, I meant. He fell back another 2 yards in addition to where he received the ball about 5 yards deep in the from the line of scrimmage originally. So now it's 3rd down and 20 for the Colerain Cardinals. 2 plays, and they are moving backwards. This is real dangerous for a Colerain team who, again, is not going to throw the ball a lot. So I don't expect that we'd see a big play in the air here.
Widen the splits out a little bit, give your athletes some space. And there's a flag on the play. Delay a game. I believe the Cardinals did not get that play off in time.
No play clock here at Colerain High School. The play clock is held by the back judge. He'll hold his hand up at the 5-second mark. Cardinals do not see it, do not get the play off in time, though half the distance to the goal.
So that'll take it all the way back to the 4-yard line.
So they've lost 15 yards from where they started off this drive, unfortunately. Or excuse me, they started off at almost at the 30-yard line. So they have got to do something here to try and get out of this hole, give their punter some room to punt. Kelvin Cook takes it. He's going to run right up the middle. Actually, he bounces outside. He's going to get a few yards, but the St. X defense strings it out really well. Doesn't even make it back quite to the 10-yard line. So Colerain will be forced to punt for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Ryan Fry takes him out of bounds. Cook takes it himself. They swarm the fullback, and he tries to get outside, but they're sitting there waiting on him. That's number 17 for the Bombers. Says no, that's Robbie Young. So that's going to bring your punter, Trevon Hudson, back for the Bombers is number 4. Who is that? That's Ben Glines. T. Gray Scales is your long snapper.
Trevon Hudson's got it, and he boots it, and it's a high punt. Not very deep, but it's going to be caught by him. And no return, maybe 2-yard return, basically falls forward, does Ben Glines. into Colerain territory at about the 42-yard line, which is where St. X will take over. And we know that St. Xavier and Coach Speck really loves to play a game of field position. So right now, field position really playing into the Bombers' hands.
Yeah, they're going to start this off at the Colerain 42 with 2:49 left in this first quarter. You know, don't let this first series by both teams fool you. Both of them got left in the tank. Both coaches going to make the adjustment. We got 4 quarters of football here, so stay tuned, everybody. It's just going to get better.
Very quick pace of this game right now.
Yep, so Tenzing takes it and hands it off to Hilliard, and there's a helmet off for a Colerain player, but he's only going to pick up about maybe 1 yard on the play, so good defense by the front line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, Hilliard tries to take this ball up the middle. I'll tell you what, Jacob Todd gets good push, and that's Eric Johnson from Colerain. Makes a nice stop.
Todd may not get credit for the tackle, but he blew up that play, pushed the man back into the running back.
That was Brian Randolph's helmet who came off, so he'll come off the field and wait one play before he can get back in. 2nd down and 9, again officially on the 42-yard line. So not much gain at all. Tenzing once again in the shotgun. Takes the ball, looks a pass, throws it across the middle of the field, and it is knocked down incomplete by number 4 for the Colerain Cardinals.
Elijah Campbell, a first-year starter here for Colerain, reads it beautifully. Just a quick hitch on the outside, sets it up, and it gets to the receiver's hands, but Campbell gets there too and strips it away. Undersized, but a very quick, very smart ball player.
Good play, but let's wait for later. Maybe X runs a little stop and go next time on that play. Try to catch him jumping the route.
Yeah, there's a big size mismatch there. As I said, Campbell's a little undersized, but you just got to get pressure on that quarterback.
3rd down and 9, ball on the 41-yard line for the Bombers. Looking to get a first down. They take the ball, 33, Eric Johnson puts pressure on him. He's looking, he scrambles, he looks to throw it downfield, and he does, and it is incomplete. A Cardinal and a Bomber went up for it, and it fell behind both of them, so it'll be 4th down for the St. Xavier Bombers.
Eric Johnson comes up the middle, flushes him outside. T. Gray Scale chases him down. I'll take that with Brian Randolph outside. Tenzing does get loose, as we see here, gets to the sidelines and gets the ball loose, finds a receiver deep, but kind of throws it into traffic, and there's a lot of red jerseys and white jerseys there. Jalen Christian there, the coverage, but it's 4th down, and the Bombers still on the field.
Damn it.
So 4th down and 9, ball spotted at the Colerain 41-yard line. 2 minutes left in this quarter.
And I like this by X. They're probably going to punt, but they're making Colerain think about it.
Yep, so Nick Tenzing once again takes it.
On this one off the side of his hit.
Yep, absolutely, went right off the side of his foot. And I don't think he maybe but kicked out for maybe 3 to 5 yards at max. So
no, he didn't even get that, Chris.
I don't think he got that. He may have kicked it backwards.
The line of scrimmage was at the 41. This ball is going to be spotted at the 38, so a 3-yard net kick.
It's a good idea if you execute it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He had his eyes up, so if Colerain doesn't have defenders out there, you got your left-handed quarterback rolling out to his left. Colerain's going to be smart. Probably has his option later down the road to throw that ball if he wants.
Absolutely. And he's a senior, so I can imagine Coach Speck giving him that option. But either way, we're at 1:57 left to go in the opening quarter, and the Bombers have been stopped once again on offense, and the Cardinal offense is back on the field now, up 7-0 early on the St. Xavier Bombers. It's 1st down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Kelvin Cook directly under center, takes the ball, fakes the handoff to Daquan Smith-Moore, keeps himself, and he's into the open. He's going to make one man miss. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20. He did a Duke move, trying to K on his feet, but he gets tossed out of bounds all the way down at the St. Xavier 8-yard line. Huge run for quarterback Kelvin Cook.
Yeah, this time they go straight out of the eye. This is nothing fancy. This is option at its purest, and Kelvin Cooks makes a few man miss, has the safety to beat. I'll tell you what, Colerain got away with one. There's a kind of a block behind the play that the referees missed.
Either way, Kelvin Cook goes 53 yards to set the tone for this third drive for the Colerain Cardinals.
So a little bit winded. I'm going to look for Coach Bolden, straight dive fullback right here.
So here we go. Kelvin Cook takes the ball, fakes the handoff once again to DSM, keeps it himself. He's going to get all the way down to, my goodness gracious,
the
1
half-yard
foot line. He was almost in on that, so big, about 7-yard run for Kelvin Cook. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Colerain Cardinals.
This is Colerain X. There is no time to be tired. Kelvin Cook keeps it up the middle, up to the 1-yard line. Little different look there. They went I formation, but Kelvin Cook keeps it.
Yeah, give credit to the guys up front. Justin Miles, Desmond Noel, Austin Jordan, Brandon, Gilbert's going to see some time. Kendall Strader, Boston, really blowing up the front four.
Kelvin Cook directly under center, takes the ball, hands it off to Daquan Smith-Moore. He puts his head down. Does he get in? Waiting for a signal.
I thought he was
waiting
in
for
here
a signal.
with no
Touchdown Cardinals! Daquan Smith-Moore does it again. again.
Hercules. Daquan Smith-Moore, all 5'5", 190-pound, gets stood up by the 290-pound Lane, the defense, and runs through the nose tackle.
What happened there is you think that, it's DSM. He's a little short, not going to be able to get the reach. Well, he initially reaches out, doesn't have enough reach for it, but he keeps his feet going. Knees never go down. Finally lands in the end zone. Give the Card 6. And one more. 14-0. Colerain Cardinals.
Well, I got to be honest. I mean, this is just an absolutely fantastic start for the Colerain Cardinals. And, they need this because, again, we talked about it in pregame. Nick Tensing and this offense has the ability to put some points on the board. They scored 34 last week against Ben Davis, which is no pushover. Again, they were ranked the #2 big school team in the entire state of Indiana. So what this is doing, Brian, here is we're going to see the replay here on Waycross. This is Daquan Smith-Moore taking the ball.
Kelvin Cook's big run to set it out.
I'm sorry. That's right. This is Kelvin Cook's big 53-yard run. Thanks for doing the math, Brandon, earlier. You can see he make that safety miss, number 30 for St. X, and he is off to the races. If not for this number 6, who clearly had the angle, came over. You can see Kelvin tried to make him miss it, but 6 took him and just tossed him right out of bounds, but not before he gaining 53 yards.
I'd love to take credit for the math, but I looked at the stat guys next to us program.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, Brandon.
We'd like to take this time to thank our first radio. Once again, the email address is radio@wearecolerain.com. And as always, here at weare.colerain.com, we'd like to thank the Shear family in Chicago for listening.
Always.
That's them that we were trying to think of last week. Thank you, Shear family. So the Colerain Cardinals, with 1 minute left to go in the opening quarter, have a 14-0 lead on the St. Xavier Bombers. So good start, but as you mentioned earlier, Brian, lots of football to be played. Zach Gaynor has it teed up at the 40. Expect to see another squib right down the middle, and that's exactly what we see. Takes a nice bounce right to number 32, but he drops it, and he's going to be met by a host of Colerain Cardinals, and he's actually going to end up going backwards and losing about 2 yards from where he initially picked it up. It'll be first down for the Bombers at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, he had trouble picking that up. You're not going to get great field position. You're not going to kick him with the 20, but number 32 there for the Bombers kind of mishandles the short hop, tries to find something, but the good pursuit for the Colerain Cardinals, led by Ryan Williams, takes him down. The ball's going to be spotted at the Bombers' 22-yard line.
Hey, don't need to kick him deep. Just got to make tackles.
Absolutely,
keep it in
that's
front
the key.
of you.
No question. Got to make tackles.
So we've got 5 wide receivers here for the Bombers.
Yep. The line's in motion once again. Tensing's got it. He rolls to his left. He looks to pass, and it is incomplete. Number 7 for the Cardinals hit hard on that one.
That's Jalen Christian, one of your returning starters. They bring Glines in motion and try to run him underneath the clear-out route, but the safety finds him, and I tell you what, knocks him silly, knocks the ball loose. Glines is fine, and he gets back up, but that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 on the 22-yard line. Here we go, as the handoff right up the middle to C.J. Hilliard, and there's a whole bunch of Cardinals there. It's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
I don't know if that was a true read option there. This microphone's dead.
So under about 30 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Nick Tensing calls for it. He takes it, looking to pass. He's got a little bit of time in the pocket. A little bit of pressure for Colerain, but there's going to be a holding call. Nick Tensing scrambling, trying to find some room, and doesn't find any, but there's going to be a holding call. I'm not sure whether or not they'll accept that, Brian. They'll probably not accept it.
He only picks up a yard on the scramble, brings up a 3rd and 6. Ball's going to be about at the 27-yard line, but let's make this 4th down and force the punt.
Go.
Tell you, Colerain is getting good pursuit by their middle linebackers. As Brandon said earlier, they like to send their outside linebackers, but they're sending it up the middle, following big number 62, the plug, Jacob Todd, up in the middle, and T-Gray Scales is having a lot of success blitz in the middle.
This Colerain crowd is beginning to get into it. No question about this one. The St. X special teams come out for the punt, as they're not even going to try anything funny here, as it's 4th down and 6.
So Christian will be back for the Colerain Cardinals.
18.9 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Colerain Cardinals up 14-0, getting ready to receive the ball one more time.
That's Bechtold back to kick for the Bombers.
Snap is back. It's a good clean kick. Not very deep, but it's a good high punt. I believe fair catch is called by the Cardinals, and they're going to start off on the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for the Colerain Cardinals for this offensive series.
Their best field position so far. Ball's going to be at the 41-yard line.
And a chance for the X to go up, or excuse me, Colerain to go up 3 scores.
So Kelvin Cook is back under center. They had a lot of success last time running out of the eye, and is what they're lined up. It's Hudson and Dula at wide receiver. Jordan Asbury is dotting the eye behind Daytwan Smith-Moore.
So with a 2-touchdown lead, the Cardinals are going to be looking here to shorten this game. Calvin Cook takes it, fakes the handoff, keeps himself. He's just an absolute unbelievable run. Calvin Cook has got one man to beat.
There's a flag behind the play.
Yeah, that one's going to be coming back, unfortunately, but it was a great run by Calvin Cook. Unfortunately, it was aided by probably a holding call, and it's going to be coming back.
Coach Bolden's going to ask him, yeah, and we're getting it's signal to hold, and it's kind of behind the play. Colerain goes right, but they end up reversing the fields. Not sure who they got. We don't see on the replay, but there are Bombers all over Kelvin Cook, and he just quit Kelvin Cook making a miss. Not sure who they got the hold. Believe he was reading the referee 55. They might have caught Justin Miles behind the play. So it'll be a spot foul, probably from around the line of scrimmage. So the touchdown's going to be back, and it's going to bring up probably about a first down and 20.
About 18 based on the spot.
So that is an unfortunate turn of events. The Colerain Cardinals really have not been bit by the penalty bug so far in this game. 0.3 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter, up 14-0, and what was a clear touchdown run has been called back due to a holding penalty.
Yeah, that's an emotional swing. Let's see how this team responds. 3 touchdowns, could have shut the door almost and really put it back, but having that taken back, how you going to respond, this young Colerain team taking it to the Bombers?
Well, here's what I can tell you right now. This Bomber defense so far has no answer for this Colerain offense, because even outside that penalty, Kelvin Cook is being allowed to do basically on quarterback keepers whatever he wants to do in the open field. So that is in the Bombers' heads. There's no doubt about that, and they will adjust.
We have early with the snap count there. What do we got? Delay a game.
So what we've gone from what looked to be almost a 60-yard touchdown run to back-to-back penalties, and that will be the end of the first quarter. And the Cardinals will have a 14-0 lead heading into the second quarter, where it will be first down and 25 yards to go. We'll take this minute in between quarters as we get ready to start quarter 2 for the WeAreColerain.com team to thank the Colerain Boosters and encourage anyone who is in the Colerain community and enjoys what we bring to you to consider joining the Colerain Boosters.
Yeah, and any of the St. X fans who chose to listen to us, rather than do your own thing, you join your boosters too. Any school organization is nothing without their boosters. So.
Absolutely.
And they're going to put 0.3 seconds back on the clock. It's an untimed down.
Yep, they're putting, there you go, putting 0.3 back up on the clock. So 14-0 Colerain. First down and 25 at their own 27-yard line due to penalty. Kelvin Cook under center, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, tries to run around in, and he's tackled by number 9 of the St. Xavier Bombers behind the line of scrimmage. And that will bring closure to the first quarter.
Yeah, the Bombers have been in position to make tackles, and he's made a miss, but not this time as David Lessring from the Bombers stops it. But I tell you what, not only the volunteers here at WeAreColerain.com, but the volunteer from Waycross Community Media, thank you for coming here and let us showcase our student athletes. And if you like what you hear tonight, you like what you see, and you want to be part of a future broadcast, you can call 513-825-2429 or visit www.waycross.tv/volunteer. So as we go into this, start the second quarter, I tell you what, Colerain, getting out to a big lead, but they've kind of dug a hole trying to get out. And Brandon, what do you do when you're first down and 25?
I believe if you're the Colerain Cardinals, you run the option.
That's what we're going to do. But, you know, you get your safeties cheating up. Kelvin Cook has shown he can throw the ball. Doesn't have the arm as a pass quarterback from last year. Elliott Ramsby has. But if he gets them loose in the slot, you know, he can be very accurate. But, you know, why change what's working? And we'll see what type of adjustments Steve Speck has with this daunted 3-3-5. I tell you what, I said the Bombers have been in position to make tackles. Quick Kelvin Cook has just made them miss.
And we'd like to take this time, as we like do from time to time, to thank our listeners at home who've emailed us at radio@wearecolerain.com. We have a Adam Schwartz listening from Fort Benning. So a soldier has not missed a broadcast in 3 years, and we'd like to thank him for listening as always as we give him a little taste of home, as he says. Go Cards, beat X.
Yeah, thank you, Adam, for what you do in this country. And we volunteer here, but we don't do half the work that you guys do. So thank you, all the Colerain and all the Bombers, lifting this country up and being our military guys. Whatever, I don't know. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
So start of the second quarter, Colerain up 14-0 on St. X. It is 2nd down and 25.
Colerain has the ball on their own 28-yard line. This time out of the shotgun, 4 wide receivers.
If there's anything, they've shown they are definitely able to get the big play, so we'll see what happens. Kelvin Cook takes it, and he's pressured, he's going down. Number 34, Nick Caravellano for the St. Xavier Bombers, sacks Kelvin Cook.
Yeah, they caught him right in the right blitz. He looks up, and the little bit of delay, Caravellano picks him up on the outside, second man through, 26, force him about a 2-yard loss.
And if you're the Cardinals, it's just there. The screen was set up on a little swing motion, halfback out of the backfield. It was there. Just not time to get it out there to it.
The last thing you want to do if you're the Cardinals is give St. X defense any momentum, any belief that they can slow you down. So 3rd down and 30 is a 5-yard loss on that play. The Cardinals have just got to get themselves in a position to punt this ball away here. Oh, snap back to Kelvin Cook, and he misses it. He picks it up. It went behind. The snap went behind Kelvin Cook, and he picked it up and got tackled at inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah,
thankfully he recovered it, and they're going to have a chance to return it.
Yeah, he's down by contact here. Does a good job. Doesn't get on it right away. Ooh, I don't know about that. I look at the replay. Hey, he kind of stood up as he didn't catch it. He didn't fall on it initially, kind of rolled over top of it. But the referee blew it down. It's at the 3-yard line. Trayvon Hudson back for the Colerain Cardinals. Going to punt the ball from his right at the end zone.
Snap back to Trayvon. He's got it. He kicks it. It's a good punt. It's going to make it all the way out to about the 44-yard line where it's caught by Ben Glines. He takes it, makes a few men miss. He's still on his feet. He's down to the 25.
A flag back at the 12-yard line.
This is the field position battle we talked about earlier. With the Cardinals moving back on those penalties, it really has put them in a tough spot.
But I don't know what we're going to do here. It looks like it's going to be defensive holding.
No, that's a call against St. X.
So it's not going to do anything for the first down, but Colerain will have the option to move it 10 yards, or a spot foul and re-kick this.
It's either he can either take 10 yards from the end of the run or the re-kick.
And they've decided to decline the. Oh wait, no, hold on.
No. The referee said decline, and the coach is like, no, wait. That's not what we want.
They want to talk through this. So, again, thank you for all of those of you listening on wearecolerain.com. The email address here in the booth, radio@wearecolerain.com. If you're an alum, or even if you're not an alum and you're listening, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're listening from, maybe what year you graduated. If you've got any questions about this year's Colerain Cardinal team, we'd love to answer them for you.
It's 10 yards from the end of the run.
Yeah, the referees had to figure out what their options are, and it is 10 yards from the end of the run. But that doesn't take it too far. That was a huge return by Glines. After the penalty, the Bombers were having 1st down and 10 at the Colerain 33-yard line. 10:25 left until halftime. Yeah,
best starting field position for the Bombers tonight. So the Colerain defense has really got to come up big here and help get their offense out of the hole they dug for themselves. 10:25 to go. Cardinals up 14-0. The defense has got to make a stand here. C.J. Hilliard in the backfield along with quarterback Nick Tensing. 2 receivers split wide left. It's a snap back on the ground. He picks it up and hands it to Hilliard and goes through the middle, but he was met by a Cardinal.
He came flying up the middle. Not sure who it was, but bad snap. Hilliard gets it from the quarterback, comes flying up. It's the Rock, Rock Johnson. He does pick up 2 yards on the carry, ball at the 30-yard line.
Officially marked 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line. Bombers in the backfield, getting their plays out, split out wide. 88 and 21 for St. X. In the backfield alone, C.J. Hilliard, Ben Glines. And another receiver can't catch his number. Ben Glines now in motion. Snap is back. Tenzing looks to pass. He looks towards his left. He throws it deep downfield. It is thrown. And there's, oh, that can't possibly be pass interference.
There's a little contact there. He gets his head around. Might have got his head around late.
I can't imagine that's against Colerain.
Yeah,
I mean, he stopped, he turned, he looked for the ball.
There was contact down there, but
we'll see how they call it, but I can't imagine. Oh, that is unbelievable. What a horrible call by the referees. The Colerain DB, I believe that was Elijah Campbell, and here it is on replay. When the ball was in the air, he simply turned around and looked to knock it down. I mean, he didn't grab him. I don't understand that call at all.
It's close, but, you know, it's not a spot foul, but it is 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Going to give the Bombers first down at the Colerain 16-yard line.
And that's the key, though, in high school. Don't give up the touchdown. It's not a spot foul. Go ahead and give up the 15 yards if necessary.
To Nick Tenzing now once again under center. In the shotgun. Not going to under center a lot tonight. He takes the ball, hands it off to C.J. Hilliard, who looks for a hole. He finds it. He's got some running room, makes one man miss. He could be into the end zone. He is. Number 8 for the Bombers, C.J. Hilliard, finds the end zone and puts 6 points up for the Bombers.
So Hilliard and the St. X Bombers not going away easy. He takes a straight dive up the middle. Colerain a little bit of over pursuit, caught the middle linebackers in a blitz, and Hilliard does what Hilliard does, a nice run to the outside. There's Williams from Colerain missing the tackle. He walks in. We got ourselves a ball game here at the cage.
And you can't give it any team, especially the St. X Bombers,
St. X
short field.
Yeah, they've lined up for the extra point. I believe they're a man short. Going to see if they could get this play off in time.
15 to Holder. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is no good. So St. X, normally known for their special teams, comes up short on the extra point attempt. So with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half of play, the Colerain Cardinals hold a 14-6 advantage. And I got to tell you, I think the Stripes missed a couple on that series, but the Colerain Cardinals right now are kind of their own worst enemy.
And I'll tell you what, that's not on the holder. That's not on the kicker. That bad snap was the cause that missed extra point.
Yeah, just a little bit of timing. It doesn't take much to throw it off and cause them to hook a little bit. And we'll see if that comes back. You know, there's 3 aspects of the game: offense, defense, special teams. And right now, that first mistake of the big mistake by the ball so far in the ball game, the missed extra point here.
So back-to-back drives go 3rd and forevers, 3rd and 30s, 3rd and 40s. Comes back to finally bite the Cardinals there. They give up a short field. Not a lot of room for the defense to give.
Yeah, Colerain's had 2 long drive on their scoring plays. I mean, big plays that they've got to get them down here, but they have been given a starting field position. The battle has gone to the Bombers so far.
Well, again, for Colerain, I think, to be successful, you know, they're going to want it with the lead, and it's a little bit less now than what it was just a few seconds ago. But they're going to want to string this out. I'm very surprised at the big playability that we've shown. Typically, St. X does a good job limiting the big playability, but they have not, at least early in this game.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Cardinals can get back to it.
That's Alex Kenner teeing it up for the Bombers.
Number 44 got it lined up at the 40-yard line.
Last time he just popped one up to the up man. Let's see what he does here.
He's going to kick it deep. And it goes all the way back into the end zone. The Cardinals will catch it and start off 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Specht is a great coach. But if your kicker can do that every time, why are you bothering with the pop-up kick?
I don't know. I was just thinking that. If they've got a kicker that can put the ball 15 yards deep in the end zone.
And he didn't have a big run-up. It was only about
deep.
3 steps and a swing of the foot.
Yep. Yeah, I don't understand that. But, you know, maybe you're trying to, force the up man to fumble the ball and maybe get a short field.
Give him a different look every time. You're going to pop one up, you're going to squib one, you're going to kick one deep. Let's keep the return men guessing and not let them get comfortable back there.
So here comes the Colerain offense once again in the I formation. Number 10, Kelvin Cook under center. Number 2, Datewan Smith-Moore right behind him, and Jordan Asbury right behind him. Kelvin Cook takes it, fakes it, pitches it to Jordan Asbury, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, this time the St. X Bombers string it out, and Asbury is a guy that we've been looking to break a long one. One of the top 10 sprinters in the GMC as a sophomore. If he gets the corner, he can take it to the house, but he does only pick up 3 yards, a 2nd and 7. Almost 8.
It's 8.
Here we go, 2nd and 8 on the 22-yard line. Kelvin Cook under center. Takes the ball, fakes the handoff to Daquan Smith-Moore, keeps himself and pitches it out to number 9, TJ Dula, who's going to have probably enough for the first down.
No, just
He's going to be close.
Just short.
He was tackled in bounds.
He would have had the first down, but a fantastic tackle there in the St. X secondary.
Yeah, Cook fakes the ball up the middle, and he forces him to pitch and gets it outside, and it looks like Dula's got clear running in front of him. Didn't get a number. Yeah, that's number 17.
Now it's
Robbie Young makes a great play from behind. He's going to bring up a third and 1.
Mentioned him in the pregame. Robbie Young, he's one of their better players on defense, in that I think he's playing in that vaunted adjuster position in the 3-3-5 defense. So a lot of responsibility for him.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's
you would know that better than I would, Brandon.
Number 40 was down, hurt there right on the sideline.
Equipment issue. They're working on his helmet. Working on his helmet. So 3rd down and 1. Colerain Cardinals have the ball at their own 29-yard line.
Kelvin Cook receiving signs from the sideline as to what he is, under center now. DSM right behind him. He takes the ball and gives it to Daquan Smith-Moore.
First down.
And he's going to move forward to move the chains. First down, Cardinals. I got to tell you, if it's 2 yards or less, how do you not give the ball to DSM? I mean, his low center of gravity.
He's strong.
And he can get underneath everybody.
Yeah.
And you're right, he's as strong as an ox.
He's strong enough to run through you, but he hides behind the offensive line well, and he's tough to find by these by the linebackers. When you got 300-pound defensive linemen and 280-pound offensive linemen, there's a lot of bodies flying around, and DSM picks up the first down to the 31-yard line for the Colerain Cardinals. 7:49 left to the halftime.
17 looking to blitz. Kelvin Cook takes it, shakes that tackle, and picks up about 3 yards on the play. He got hit in the backfield by number 17. We just called his name a minute ago, but he shook off that tackle and picked up a few yards.
Yeah, they've made a little adjustment up here in the middle, and they're really cracking down here. Kelvin Cook follows his lead blocker through. St. X bomber stripping, but the ball he's already down on the ground. He picks up 3 yards.
And we saw St. X guesses. They send a blitz right at the tended to mess up the read there. They got lucky there, and it was the right side, but Kelvin Cook almost breaks the tackle. If they guess wrong on that, he's got some open field.
Absolutely. So 2nd down and 8 at the 33-yard line. Number 9, TJ Dula in motion. Got flags.
Looks like Colerain moved a little bit early on that one.
So the game started off with two series that were penalty-free for the Cardinals, resulting in 2 touchdowns, and the past 3 series now have just been littered with yellow hankies.
Yeah, give credit to the St. X Bombers putting pressure on this offense, forcing the mistakes. They've made an adjustment. And if you look at the teams, you've got small, quick players in Colerain, but this St. X defense, almost even their defensive backs are bigger than our wide receivers. I mean, they're a very large team.
Yeah, they're a big team. They're bringing some real size to the table. So here we go. Kelvin Cook under center, drops back, looks to pass.
Wheel.
Throws it down. It's deep. Let's see if it can be caught. Number 30 catches it all the way down to the St. X 30-yard line. Great play for the Colerain Cardinals.
Deshante Jones, remember this name, just a sophomore. Gets behind the defense. Offensive line gives him time, kind of underthrows him. He has to adjust for the ball, but there's no safety there. Brings the ball all the way into the Bomber territory. Spotted at the 31-yard line. First down, Colerain.
So that's a big play for this offense. Get a little bit of confidence back in their sails.
Well, that'll loosen up. Those defensive backs have been sneaking up to the line of scrimmage. That maybe will pull them back, take the aggressiveness away, and it'll open up the run.
Kelvin Cook takes it, fakes the handoff to DSM, keeps it himself, and he's met by a host of Bombers. I don't think he's going to get any yards on that, but again, probably not the right decision there, but again, positive yards or no loss.
You protect the ball. Maybe should have gave it to Daquan.
I'll tell you what.
That's the other Hilliard in the mesh, kind of in the middle, forces him to keep the ball, but he does pick up a yard.
Yeah.
We talk about LA being able to run through tackles because of his brute strength.
Yep.
We're seeing Kelvin Cook run through tackles because you simply can't get a hold of him. He just has that little dip to his shoulder that avoids that major contact.
Well, and his shoulders, they shimmy from side to side. He moves a lot when he's running. So under center is Kelvin Cook. He's got it down, hands it off to Daquan Smith-Moore, and he gets low.
He's still going.
He's still going, and he pushes himself all the way across the 25-yard line.
He had 6 Bombers on top of him, and if
6 Bombers, maybe 3 of his own Cardinals.
If you average, let's call him 200
Look at that
pounds
replay on
apiece,
Waycross. There's
and
6
it's a
guys
face
on
mask
him.
on the Bombers. That's going to give the Colerain Cardinals a first down at the end of this play, I believe.
It will
Yeah, absolutely.
indeed.
It'll give him the yards. It depends. Was that a 5 or a 15?
It doesn't
variety?
matter.
Just a 5, but
5
it's
yards
still
will
enough to
give
give him
him
the first down.
5-yard hands to the face penalty, but it is enough, thanks to DSM's run, to push them across the first down marker. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Colerain Cardinals at the St. X 20-yard line, up 14-6 with 5.5 minutes to go in this first half, looking to get some more points on the board. So Kelvin Cook takes it this time, does hand it off to DSM, probably should have kept it, but DSM does move forward for a positive yard. I don't know that I've ever seen Daytwan get tackled for a loss.
No,
yeah, he's always moving forward.
That was not a bad read. That was a great play there by Simeon Lane. The center is supposed to cut the nose guard in that play, and then did not do his job on that play.
Simeon Lane, we've heard his name before tonight. I'm sure we'll hear it again.
Yeah, the 290-pound nose guard going against the 200-pound center. So 2nd down and 9, ball at the 19-yard line, 4:50.
Need to get moving. Already had 2. There we go. Snap back to Kelvin Cook. He takes it. He's going to run out. He's going to get tackled in the backfield. Number 57 for the Cardinals. Takes down Kevin well back behind the 20, probably all the way down to about the 22, maybe 23-yard line. So it's going to lose about 4 yards on that play.
Nathan Winning makes the stop for a loss. This time out of the shotgun, just a quarterback draw, and he does not get blocked.
Interesting call here for Coach Bolden. 3rd and 13. Is he in 2-down territory? Maybe you don't necessarily have to go for the 1st down there.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Brian.
Get the ball in the middle of the field here. Close enough maybe for a field goal.
I think they're certainly close enough for a field goal attempt. We'll see what they do. Daytwan Smith more now next up to Kelvin Cook. He takes it, passes it. It is caught, and a flea flicker to number 22.
It's coming back. It's coming back. Wide receiver on the far side of the field was not set. Wide receiver on the far right side of the field for Colerain was still getting in his stance. Was not set. Steve Speck was all over there on the other side, letting the referee know he didn't get his flag out of his pocket. He missed on the first grab, but was movement on the far right side for Colerain Cardinals.
What an absolute heartbreaker. Just as if the 60-yard touchdown run called back because of a holding penalty wasn't enough. You've now got effectively a 23-yard touchdown pass and hook and ladder play that is also called back because a receiver was not set. I have never seen that kind of play come out of this Colerain offense, and what a shame that it's been wasted because you've only got that play one time tonight.
Yeah, and that might have took him out of field goal range. So you don't have to get the full 13 yards back here. It's more than that. It's about 18 yards. Don't trust the scoreboard.
Yep.
But get about half of it back. You got two downs to get this here.
Kelvin Cook takes it. St. X is applying pressure. He's going to keep. He's finding some room.
He's got space.
He's made some man's room, but he got tackled down. Trying to maneuver in and out of his own guys.
There's a late flag coming into play.
Oh, that might be against St. X. We'll see.
We'll see. It was very late thrown into it.
It could have been holding, maybe. Who knows? Face mask against the Bombers.
We'll see what this does.
Only the 5-yard variety.
Kelvin Cook looked to find somebody open, and it wasn't there right away. Nice pressure by the St. X Bombers, but he takes it and goes right up the middle, and as Kelvin Cook goes to the ground, just to scrape across the face mask. And it looks like Coach Bolden the field goal team started going out there.
He's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, he has to call a timeout. There's confusion all the way down there. Let's kind of reset here. At least the board shows 3rd and 13 on the 27-yard line.
That's not been reset
yet. Yeah, that's not been reset yet. So we're not exactly. Where did they set the ball? Did the refs even set the ball yet?
I can't see. The ball is at about the 19.5, 20-yard line.
We've got the whole Colerain huddle there kind of blocking our view. But these refs huddling right at about the 20-yard line. They are not afraid to throw the hankies tonight. So I hope that these...
it's been a good call. I don't know about the pass interference. That's questionable. That definitely was a hold on that touchdown there. I saw it before he got into the end zone.
No, the false start, you mean, when the receiver wasn't set?
No, the one before.
Oh, the one before that hold. Colerain not penalized for many yards last week. Brandon, maybe if you have an opportunity to look up, see what they did last week from a penalty perspective. I can't imagine it was maybe more than 40 or 50 yards of penalties. I have to believe at this point.
65 yards.
Is that what it was last week?
I made that up.
Completely made up that fact. Another made up fact by Brian Wyatt.
It's close to that.
Well, 65% of statistics are made up.
And it looks like here comes the field goal unit. Zach Gaynor is going to come back. It's going to be a field goal.
So the ball spotted on the 19.
Cards did have 8 penalties last week.
8 penalties. So the ball spotted at the 19-yard line, where Zach Iceman Gaynor, and the Bombers are familiar with number 47, is going to be on to try and get some points for the Colerain Cardinals. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. It's certainly high enough. And it is good. Zach Gaynor is true, adds another 3 points onto the board for the Colerain Cardinals. And with 3:52 to go in the first half, they have expanded their lead 17-6 over the St. Xavier Bombers.
I tell you, the Iceman cometh with the clutch kick right there, right down the center. Couldn't hit it any better. Turner with the snap. It's Hen with the hold, and it goes through. So another score, 17-6 by the Bombers. You know, you put it on the defense now. You got the lead. Let's go with it.
And now is your chance for the Colerain Cardinals special teams to do what St. X special teams have done. Give your defense good starting position. Force the X to drive the length of the field rather than the short.
Been a great game so far. Cardinals started off on fire, kind of hurting themselves, you know, on the offensive side with the penalties a little bit. I mean, they really have kind of dominated this game. St. X scoring their only drive where they basically started, went about 30 yards for the drive. So let's see what this defense can do now. If they can pin St. X deep, maybe they get a chance to get that ball back before the end of the half. St. X offense just hasn't quite gotten on track yet, but when they do, again, they've got playmakers that can do some things, and the Colerain defense is going to have to be on their toes.
So Gaynor will tee it up at the 40. Don't expect for him to kick deep. He's just been squibbing the ball up the middle.
Yep. That's exactly what he does again. He squibs it down to the middle. It takes a big bounce, caught at the 20-yard line. Taken up to the 25 to the 30. But taken down is Ben Glines at about the 34-yard line. So with 3:47 to go, that's where the Bombers will take over. 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, if he kicks off like he hit that field goal, that might go a lot farther than we expect. But for the Cardinals, you're happy keeping the extra.
Well, yeah, it's kind of he's not going to hit it in the end zone and doesn't get a lot of height on his kickoff. You know, you're kicking off from a different size, different style tee there. So if he stays consistent with that, you know, I'll give him the 30 between the 30-35 yard line starting time. So. Here we go, 3 wide receivers, shotgun, actually 4 wide receivers.
Yep, 4 wide. Ben Glines once again in motion. Snap is back to Tensing. He looks to pass. He throws it out to Glines, who came around the side. He's up to the 40. Good first down run, or first down pitch and run for Ben Glines. He gets it out to the 45-yard line. 11-yard pickup.
Glines is getting up slow. It's the same play we saw earlier in the first drive. He goes in motion and swings around. This time picks up the first down all the way to the Bomber 45.
So 1st down and 10 now at their own 45-yard line. Tensing very calm in the backfield. Again, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right on the short side of the field. Tensing takes a snap, rolls, hands it off directly to C.J. Hillary, and he's met in the backfield. He's not going anywhere.
Try to get a number. That's 45. That's Brian Randolph, a first-year starter on the defensive line. Colerain sends everybody, and actually loses 3 yards as the clock keeps ticking. Under 3:20 left till halftime. Randolph holds him up, and a lot of the Colerain Cardinals, kind of a late whistle coming in. Referee's got to kind of protect the players, but
Eric Johnson also in on that tackle. So it's a 3-yard loss now. 2nd down and 13 back at the 42-yard line of the Bombers are St. Xavier. Down 17-6 to this Colerain Cardinal squad. Tensing in the shotgun once again, barking out the signals. It's a low snap again. He takes it. He looks to pass. It is complete to number 88, who is taken down right at the 50-yard line. 51 is where they're going to mark him. So he's going to be about 5 yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down.
Gets about half.
I did say the 51. I apologize.
Gets about half it back. Probably 2-down territory here. They got 2 downs to pick up about 5 yards here.
And no time. There's no really concern. You got your full complement of timeouts. Not really pressed for time as we're just under 2.5 to play in the half.
Yeah, plenty of time. So right at midfield is where they mark it. I made up a yard marker at 51. How about that? Here we go. The Colerain crowd is on their feet and yelling, cheering on their defense. Snap is back to Tensing. He looks to pass. And he is sacked! Taken down by number 8, T. Gray Scales.
Well, that'll bring up a 4th down with the clock ticking. That'll be a long 4th down. Don't know if Coach Bolden's going to use one of his timeouts. Going to make it a 4th down and 12 all the way back to the 44-yard line.
Timeout, Bolden. Good call, Brian.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, Chris.
They do? I've missed my check. With the number of errors tonight, I need to owe Waycross and the Colerain Boosters.
So T. Gray Scales, one of your senior captains, comes up with a big play on 3rd and short. You know, I said it was 2-down territory, but when you take a loss on that play,
yeah,
I mean, that's going to force him to punt. We'll see what who knows? There's only 154. The Coach Speck has got time to think about this.
Not in his own territory. He's not going to give him a short field. As we got another email. Once again, for all of those listening, you can find us live here, radio at wearecolerain.com. We have a 2013 graduate, Lauren Fries, listening in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I can only imagine they're rolling down there, Roll Tide.
Yeah, thanks to the Fries family. Volunteers up here organized the bus that's going down to Trinity next week. So go to wearecolerain.com's homepage. So this time, no fancy rugby kick. They're back, traditional kick, and that's Christian back for Colerain.
Yep, Jalen Christian back to receive, standing at about his own 17-yard line. Snap is back, it's off the ground.
He is down.
He's down. Unbelievable. What a break for the Colerain Cardinals. Explain that one, Brian.
Well, the ball was snapped back, and he does a good job keeping in front of him. But when he picked up the bouncing snap, his knee touched the ground. The referee blows the ball dead, as we're watching here. When he picks it up, I mean, it's down. Colerain Cardinal, no return, but he don't need it. Steve Speck is saying the knee touched before he had possession of the ball. It is close. I mean, that's not a bad argument from Coach Speck. But I'll take the call from the referee. But that's going to spot the ball with 1:47 left till halftime. Colerain has the ball at the St. X Bombers 27-yard line. As we watch the replay here, that on Waycross, that's close call.
That's a close call. Yeah, I mean, you're the refs. You're doing the best job you can.
In real time, that's tough to call, and we see it in replay in slow motion here.
I still can't tell.
And it still can't tell. So first down, Colerain has the ball, 29-yard line.
Calvin Cook in the shotgun takes it. He's just a straight run. He's going to make spin, make one man miss. He's going to take it up to about the 25-yard line, so about a 4-yard gain on that run. Clock is ticking. The Cardinals have got to take advantage of this
time. Just take your time.
Absolutely.
Get the right play in. You got 90 seconds, all right, and 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Absolutely.
Calvin Cook dead to rights by the St. X Bomber, but gives him the old washing machine moves, puts him in spin cycle, takes it around him. So it's a clock down to 1:20 left till halftime. Colerain running it down in field goal range, trying to get a little more.
Calvin Cook once again in shotgun. He takes it, looks for some running room. He makes one man miss, makes another man miss, pushes it across the 25-yard line, right to maybe about the 24. So it'll be third down and about 4 to go.
I think that one is, we're going to throw in third down, second down. Let's put the ball in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's just, they're just running straight back-to-back quarterback draws. See if they can get them cheating here on this third down. You're right, Brandon. His clock's ticking down. They bring in an extra wide receiver, so we got Colerain 4 wide.
45 seconds left to go in the half. The Cardinals up 17-6. Trying to maybe do a little bit more. Kelvin Cook takes it, passes it quickly out to Javon Hudson, who's got it. He lowers his head.
That might be a first down. Very close. He does get out of bounds and stop the clock, but
that's a first down. I mean, I think he's picked it up.
Hard to see from this angle. The big 6'3", 210-pound
first down
catches the ball and runs through him. So the clock is going to stop with 36 seconds left till they stop the change. Colerain still has 2 timeouts, but it'd be interesting if Kelvin Cook has 1 timeout left, but they start the clock, 34 seconds left.
Kelvin Cook takes a snap, it falls and hits the ground. He stays composed, finds some room, but he gets dragged down.
He's still not down.
He gets dragged down by the shirt collar, number 51. Number 51 for the Bombers dragged him down.
Yeah, this time the Colerain's going to use their last timeout. I was mistaken there. Bad snap. Kelvin Cook does a good job just to cover it up. He's just got to fall on it there, make the decision, but he does pick it up, hangs on the ball, loses a few yards, going to take it all the way back to the 29-yard line?
No, right about the 24, 25-yard line.
And this is something we'll see Coach Cook, or Bolden, excuse me, is going to have to work with Cook on. And that's 2 times now. He's looked up to the play before he's had the ball in his hand and he's fumbled the shotgun snap.
It was a low snap, but you're right. He should have handled it. He did hit him in the hands, and he might have looked up and checked the defense out before you're absolutely correct, Brandon. He's got to secure the ball.
Number 51, Andy Wetzel on that tackle for the St. Xavier Bombers.
So 21.5 seconds left till halftime. Colerain up 17-6, second down and 18 yards.
It's second down here. You either got to get out of bounds or you're kicking a field goal. Because if you're in bounds, it's got to be a clock of the ball to set up your field goal.
Or you throw it in the end zone.
Well, I like that call. I like to throw it towards the back of the end zone.
You got single coverage. Now they're rolling a safety.
I like that hook and ladder play, but they've already run it.
Yeah, they've already run that
twice.
Yeah, they're rolling a safety over to Trey Hudson's side. Yeah, that's exactly what they've done. Kelvin Cook takes it. He looks to pass. Makes one man miss. There's a flag coming.
There's a flag, and there's going to be a holding on the play.
Yep. Kelvin Cook smart and ran the ball to get out of bounds. He saw that his play wasn't there, but we're going to have holding against the Cardinals, and it's coming back. And this is exactly what the Cardinals could not afford to do.
Yeah,
they were handed a gift, and unfortunately, they're moving backwards.
Well, they're still hanging on the ball, hanging on to the lead, but they shoot themselves in the foot. Mine have taken them out of field goal range with that one because it's a spot foul.
Shot themselves in the foot, but get X credit. They are getting to the quarterback. Not very good job of protection. Good job getting to the quarterback.
Good point, Brandon.
So it is holding. They're going to mark it back, spot foul. Yeah, that's going to take it all the way back to the 35-yard line. So 14 seconds left.
Don't know if you have time.
No timeout. So, yeah, they're just throwing the ball deep.
You either got to get it deep and get it out of bounds. There's not going to be enough time to run the clock.
But, you know, the St. X Bombers going to two deep safeties. Got single coverage on the outside, but they're going to keep everything in front of them.
Kelvin Cook in the shotgun, takes it, drops back to pass. Looks, he's making, he's shaking. Unfortunately, he's going to go down. And he throws the ball over his shoulder. And unfortunately, that's going to be intentional grounding. I don't know that it really matters much at this point because they weren't going to be able to do it.
Because if he gets sacked, the clock runs out. They can go to half, up to the locker room. Now, clock is stopped.
Incomplete
Colerain
pass.
has to run a play on 4th down.
With 6.
Now, credit, if Colerain's smart, they just take the ball, run around 5 seconds, take a knee, and go up to half.
Right.
But you're forcing the Cardinals to run one extra play.
This is where you see the mental mistakes from a first-year quarterback.
Yeah, this is his second game.
Take the sack.
This is his second game as a varsity starter at quarterback. So Kelvin Cook, and that's always the struggle, right? When you're Colerain and you play these big games in the first 3 weeks of the season, last week against Park Vista, this week St. Xavier, next week on the road in Louisville, Kentucky against a perennial national power Trinity.
It's 3rd down. He can just take a knee.
He can take a knee here, or they still have time to take a shot at the end zone.
Don't take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah,
take a knee with the halftime lead.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I imagine this is Kelvin Cook right under center. He's going to take that ball and just hand it off to
or not. Or he's going to find some room in the space and
get out of bounds. Nope.
Yep. So he got a first down on it, but the clock's going to run out. So Kelvin Cook decided to keep it. That is the end of the first half, and unfortunately, a little bit of a missed opportunity for the Cardinals to end the half. But most importantly, with triple zeros on the board going into halftime, they have a 17-6 lead over the St. Xavier Bombers. And Brian, I can only say that I have been thoroughly impressed with the plays that Colerain has made when they're not getting yellow hankies thrown at them. They have, without doubt, been their own worst enemy in this game. This game could be way out of hand in Colerain's favor, minus some penalties.
Yeah, they've been their own worst enemy. I give the Bombers credit, but I tell you what, I heard one of the coaches said earlier, you've got a young Colerain squad out here. I love it when you're not stupid.
Yep, exactly right.
The coaches say so far, Colerain has made the most mistakes, but they've also made the most plays. So as we go into half, it is 17-6 Colerain Cardinals.
Thank you for tuning in to Waycross and WeAreColerain.com's production of Colerain Cardinal football.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out waycross.tv for this program and others like these. producing and volunteering for Waycross when I was in the 7th grade. Since then, I have produced many programs that have won awards on the local, regional, and even national level.
Waycross Media was the ideal place for me. I just got involved in, as I say, as a hobby and continued on from there.
Anyone with a message that they want to share should come to Waycross, take the classes, and produce their own television show.
Hey, son. So, you're turning 13, becoming a man. Your hormones are surging, starting to notice the girls. Maybe your body's doing some funny things. So, you want to talk? Or we could talk about drugs.
Yeah, let's talk about drugs.
There's no wrong way to talk to your kids about drugs, but you'll need to be ready. We can help. Visit our website at drugfree.org.
Like a plague, poverty infects half the world's people. It's a ruthless killer, striking down men and women in the prime of life, claiming children who are defenseless against its wrath. But there is a cure for poverty, and it's in your hands. Through CARE, you can help people in the world's poorest communities fight for their lives and make a complete and permanent recovery. CARE overcomes poverty through agriculture, education, healthcare, small business, and more. Remedies that work together, helping poor people target the source of the problem, not just the symptoms. And that's a cure that can last a lifetime. To learn more, call 1-800-521-CARE or log on to care.org. CARE, where the end of poverty begins.
Welcome back to second half action here at 8801 Chevy Road, Colerain High School, home of the Colerain Cardinals. Tonight, the Cardinals have welcomed city arch rivals St. Xavier Bombers to town, and they enjoy a 17-6 lead over the visitors on what has been a very interesting first half of football. The Cardinals came out on fire, going up 14-0, and we're going to read you some interesting stats as we get into the second half here. But they have been absolutely dominant until the little yellow hankies came to the party and caused problems really for both sides, but especially for the Cardinals. One specific stat of note, and we've tweeted this at our We Are Colerain handle on Twitter, the St. Xavier Bombers had a total of 44 yards of offense in the first half, -7 yards rushing. Think about that.
Only 4 first downs.
Only 4 first downs and 44 yards of total offense for St. Xavier. Colerain, 68 yards in penalties. So more penalty yards for Colerain than offensive yards for St. Xavier. They have dominated this game, and without the penalties probably would be up much bigger than what they are. But if there's anything we know about St. Xavier, they do not quit, they do not die, and they do not go away.
And I'll tell you what, the stats jumps out to me, and you love it. It's time of possession. Colerain 15-34 to 8-26 of the St. X Bombers. And it comes down to plays. Colerain has ran 31 plays, and St. X Bombers have only had 19 plays of offense.
Well, that's exactly what you've got to do, and that's exactly what I'm sure St. Xavier coach Steve Speck does not want Colerain to have the advantage in time of possession and plays, because that's when yards can happen and points can happen. So I'm sure that they're going to come out here in this half. The St. Xavier Bombers are looking to do something defensively to slow down this big playability of the Colerain offense. And, you know, for the penalties, what do you do, Brian? I mean, how do you get the kids to stop getting penalized?
Yeah, you don't want to take the aggression away, but you got to tighten up the ship, play a little bit smarter. St. X Bombers kicked off to Colerain to start the first half, so they'll have the ball to try to cut into this 11-point lead that Colerain has. But you know, this is what you love about, you come out at halftime, it could be 2 different teams. Both coaches have made adjustments. They've changed your game plans completely, and we'll see who makes the best move. Steve Speck, Coach Bolden, 2 of the best coaches here in Cincinnati, if not the country. And we're 45 seconds away from another fantastic half of football.
I'll tell you what, both of these teams are ready. They're waiting for the scoreboard operator. Put that clock back down to 0. Yeah. They're ready to go.
Yeah, unlike the beginning of the game, sometimes when you hold your players off a little bit, make the other team wet. Both of these teams are chomping at the bit.
Well, the point being, Colerain took the opening kickoff for a 7-yard score and went up 7-0. So now here to start the second half, they're going to have to kick off to St. X. And this is a very important first series for the Cardinals. If they can stymie this offense one more time, and it's always difficult first series out because you got to believe the offense is going to have maybe a few new wrinkles that this defense hasn't seen yet.
Yeah, 2 scores is very good. They can close it to 1 score if St. X can come down and close the door a little bit. But if they can hold them here, Colerain come back, scores, get up 3 scores in a different ball game. But we'll see how this plays as we're getting ready to kick off. Zach Gaynor for the Colerain Cardinals going to tee it up. That's Glines.
Huge.
Back for the Bombers.
Huge opening for both teams. X to get back in this ball game. Cardinals to try to put it away.
It's Glines and Fry. But they haven't kicked to him so far, just a swift kick up the middle.
That's exactly what Zach Gaynor does again. It takes a big hop at the 30-yard line and skips, and caught at the 20, and his knee was down. So once again, the intended effect of these squib kicks has worked out beautifully for the Cardinals. It'll be first down and 10 for St. Xavier on the 21-yard line.
Yeah, it gets down there, and you know that it's an oblong ball. You're not going to get a true hop, and Blinds is caught kind of between hops. Does a good job to secure it, but his knee touches before any Colerain defender is there. The Bombers will start this first half, ball spotted at their own 21-yard line.
Very important for the Cardinals. Led out there by number 13. We haven't mentioned his name tonight, but a varsity starter for the Cardinals, Daryl Gardner, only a sophomore. And all kinds of great names in this defense who have done a fantastic job in the first half. They got to keep it going. Nick Tensing, once again, the quarterback, the lefty, in shotgun for St. Xavier. Looks like he's audibling at the line.
Yeah, he tried to draw the
Cardinals
off.
There it is, delay game.
Yep, we have a penalty right out of the gate, right at the beginning of the second half. A delay of game call against the St. Xavier Bombers. Honestly, that's inexcusable.
Well, they go up to the line of scrimmage, and he tries to draw the Colerain Cardinals offside and then making a play adjustment, but does not see the official with his hand up, and time does. There's no play clock here, but you got to watch the deep official. So
he started audibly, and as soon as the back of the judge put his hand up, there was no sense of the play clock there.
So now it's first down and 15, back at the 16-yard line. Tensing once again, barking out plays. Cardinal defense, T-Gray Scales looking to wreak some havoc. Snap is back. It's a high snap. He takes it. Ball's on the ground. Let's see who ends up with it.
Bombers are back on it.
Colerain has not been lucky recovering fumbles, and unfortunately, they didn't get it that time either, it doesn't look like. But it's going to be taken up to the 21-yard line, and it's going to be... Oh,
yes,
that's nothing. That's just the quarterback.
They faked themselves out. They did the shotgun snap, and he faked like he was going to throw it, and kind of a little Statue of Liberty tried to tuck it back underneath the running back's arm, and just the timing was just blown up, so nothing there. He got lucky to get back on it.
Second down and 15 at the 16-yard line now.
Tell you what, keep waiting for Tenzin to take that keeper.
The line's in motion. Snap is back. He takes it. He's going to roll. He's looking, and he pitches it out to C.J. Hilliard, who's running, and he's going to get a few yards.
Yeah, late hit on the outside, yeah. Colerain Cardinals, Hilliard out of bounds. The young secondary's got to pull up on that play. Maybe a half step out of bounds, but not a smart play.
And I'll tell you what, a smart play by C.J. Hilliard. He initiates, if we get a look here and go on the sidelines, he gets hit out of bounds, but he initiates the contact out of bounds. Lowers his head and initiates.
You know what? You're right on that. He actually went at the Colerain defender, and that might have been a late hit on the offensive player. I've never seen
it's on the defensive player, no doubt. He has to get up the right.
You're right.
If the defensive player doesn't return the hit, then the penalty's on him. But it's a smart play by Hilliard, because when have you ever seen an offensive player get called for a late hit at bounds?
You're absolutely correct. It's not going to get called, and it's...
Either way, it's a first down on yardage, 1st and 10 now, all the way up at the 35-yard line for St. Xavier. So they've got a fresh set of downs to work with. Oh, we got motion all over the place. This offense for St. Xavier has been out of sync all night, and you would have expected coming out the locker room at halftime that they would have been a little bit more crisp than this, but they look more confused than ever. I wonder if maybe Coach Specht is asking this offense to do just too much.
Maybe trying an extra wrinkle there. They had Blinds in motion, and they were going to run an option with him in the motion and Hilliard there, but Hilliard started in motion too. Yeah, I said maybe trying to do a little too much.
Give Cutright some credit here. He has totally changed the dynamic. We're used to that outside linebackers bringing the pressure. They're bringing up the middle. The cornerbacks are playing tight.
Yeah, the defenders for Colerain are bouncing all over the place. The outside linebackers are everywhere. Here comes pressure in the middle. Pass is intended for number 8, T.J. Hilliard. He catches it in the flat, but he's going to be taken down short of the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup, so long pass, but not much gain there. It's going to be second down at about 12.
Yeah, this time pressure from the outside. He sees it. Ball might got tipped a little bit. A great job by Hilliard to bring it in, but that was Campbell and Scales to bring him down. Minimal gain. Second down and 13.
Another 8-on-8 collision.
Ball now up at about the 32-yard line of St. Xavier. The Bombers looking to get something going offensively. Down 17-6. Snap is back to Tensing. He drops back, looks to pass, looks in the pocket, can't find anybody, throws it deep down the field. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown all of his receivers. So it will be 3rd down and 13. No hankies on the play that time.
And I'll tell you what, Tenzin finally gets time, but the coverage is there for the Colerain Cardinals.
He had time, but it hit a little happy feet. He let it loose and out through everybody. Great coverage. He just kind of put it out there. Hopefully somebody could run over it, but nice defense of the safety. Ryan Williams, one of the seniors here, is back playing center field.
Big Jacob Todd, number 62, coming in off, so they're going a little bit smaller, a little bit faster on that defense.
Brought in Bolin, the tight end there.
3rd and 13. Big third down for the Cardinals. They do not want to let St. X get this first down and gain some momentum. Sneaking up is number 13. He comes in a rush. He's blocked. Tenzing's got it. He makes one man miss, but he goes down all the way back at the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down for the St. Xavier Bombers.
Josh Bolin comes in, not getting a lot of time, going both ways, makes things happen. Tenzing gets back here, has got a little bit of time, nice pressure on the mirror. T-Gray Scales makes him tuck it down, and there's Bolin to clean it up. There's Brian Randolph to clean up. A whole host of Colerain Cardinals bring down the first possession here for the Bombers, and they're going to have to punt from their own 10-yard line. Had trouble with the snap last time. It's Christian back.
Standing at about his own 36-yard line. Snap is back. It's a good snap. A little bit of pressure. He kicks it up. It's a spiral, so it's not going to make it quite as far. It drops down by St. Xavier just past the 50-yard line, where it'll be first down Colerain at their own 47-yard line. So great defensive play calling by Coach Sean Cutright, who I'm very proud to say it became a new daddy this week, so we're very happy for Coach Cutright and his wife.
You gotta think, what a busy weekend for Coach Cutright. He has a plan for the St. X Bombers, this vaunted offense, and he's got to welcome a new daughter to the world.
Yeah, and good health to mom and baby so far. Born at 9, a little after 9 last night, so another addition to the Colerain Cardinals.
It was already going to be a late night studying for tonight's game, and even later night waiting for a daughter to be born.
So
they're under center now. Number 10, Kelvin Cook, takes the ball, hands it off to Daquan Smith-Moore. He's going to move forward and get it up to about the 50-yard line. Pick up about 2 yards on that run. Kelvin Cook tripped and fell backwards, but was able to get the ball in Daquan Smith's gut.
It was a straight dive. He does step on his own foot, but Daquan Smith-Moore runs through initial contact, gets all the way to the 50-yard line of the Colerain, of the Bombers.
9, it's midfield, so it's not the team area.
That was the joke, Brandon.
Hey, I said he made it to the 51 in the first half. I don't know what I was doing
we expect that from you.
I know.
So 1 back, 3 wide receivers, extra tight end.
Kelvin Cook takes it, fakes the handoff to Daquan Smith-Moore, keeps himself, tries to run down the line, but he is tackled by number 9 for St. Xavier behind the line of scrimmage. So erase that gain on first down. It'll be now 3rd down and about 9.
Yeah, they go with the extra tight end, but number 9 from the Bombers comes through unblocked. Nice play by David Lessering.
He's got to pick up the feet. That was a play Kelvin Cook broke in the first half, just that little arm tackle out of his feet. This time the Bombers able to drag him down.
Yeah, that first half the Bombers were in position to make the play, and Kelvin made a miss. Not this time. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Back to the I formation.
Yep. Kelvin Cook takes it, fakes the pitch, rolls, looks to pass, he gets good blocking, throws it down the field, and it is...
DeShante Jones!
DeShante Jones leapt over 2 St. X defenders and snatched the ball right out of the air. Here it is on Waycross. That is the most athletic play I have seen a Colerain receiver do possibly ever.
Yeah, Kelvin Cook just lays it up there, and there's a St. X Bomber playing center field, and DeShante Jones, the sophomore, shows off. He basically turns into the defender and makes an interception from the wide receiver position.
Thought interception, easy layup for the St. X defender. All of a sudden, DeShante Jones comes out of nowhere and catches it for the Cardinals.
First down and 10 on the 30-yard line. Here's the handoff to Daquan Smith-Moore. He rolls out of the tackle attempt by Nick Caravellano and takes it all the way down to almost the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 21. He'll be just short of the first down. Big Nick Caravellano couldn't wrap up little DSM.
6'4", 260 pounds against the 5'5", 190, and he cannot get him. He goes into spin cycle,
again,
and there he is.
It takes 4 Bombers to take him down.
He's carrying 800 pounds of Bombers on his 5'5" frame.
I had a buddy from college who coaches wrestling say that's the most impressive kid I've ever seen from body-wise.
Kelvin Cook takes a snap, drops back, passes it into the end zone, intended for Trey Hudson, overthrows him, but a good pass. It was deep in the back of the end zone where only Trey could get it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact, disrupted the pattern. Kelvin Cook just throws about 3 yards out of bounds. I don't know if Hudson could have got there.
Hudson could have caught it if he wanted to go straight into the goalpost.
Yep.
Yeah, but he tried to catch the Bombers sneaking up there on that 2nd down and short. Good play call, didn't get the execution. But that, with the success in short yardage, going to bring up a 3rd down and 1, ball at the 21-yard line, 7:30.
If he would have caught it, it would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see now. Kelvin Cook under center, takes the ball, hands it once more to DSM, and he's going to push it across the 20. And like I said in the first half, if you need 1 yard, I don't know that there's a defensive line anywhere that can get low enough to stop Daquan Smith.
If Nick Caravellano and Simeon Lane can't bring him down, that bigger size difference. Those are the 2 biggest defensive linemen Colerain's probably going to see all year. If those 2 can't bring him down in short yardage.
Well, as Coach Bolden said in the coaches show this week, he said Daquan Smith Moore, pound for pound, not even pound for pound, he is the best football player he's ever seen here at Colerain.
Kelvin Cook takes it, tries to pitch it, but he's tackled in the backfield. Jordan Asbury has it, and it's going to be a huge loss. Unfortunately, yep, Kelvin Cook tried to pitch it, but credit this Bomber defense. They were in the backfield and blew that play up before it had a chance to get started.
That's been their plan the whole time. Force the pitch, stop the quarterback. This time they make him pitch, and it goes backwards for a huge loss all the way back to the 33-yard line. But one thing, not a turnover there. Colerain still has the ball. 2nd down.
And if you're Cook, you got to learn later on. These are early in the season. You can make those mistakes.
Take the loss.
Take the loss. Don't try to force that pitch.
Yeah, take the 6-8-yard loss. Don't take the 15-yard loss.
So going from 1st down and 10 to 2nd down and 23, the equivalent of a 13-yard penalty. So they're going to have the offense once again kind of dug themselves a hole. Let's see what they can do. Kelvin Cook under center. Daquan Smith more right behind him. He fakes the handoff to Daquan, keeps himself, goes around left end. He's up back to the original line of scrimmage and still on his feet. He's got running room, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
What a block by Jordan Asbury. He took the defensive back from the line of scrimmage all the way through the back of the end zone.
As you said, Colerain attacks the weak side of the field, less guys to block, but they get blocked, and Kelvin Cook uses his speed to get the outside. But you're absolutely correct, Brandon. You don't get into the end zone without big blocks. Asbury made the big fumble recovery, but right there takes Kelvin Cook into the end zone.
Snap is back, hold is down. Kick is up for the extra point attempt, and it is good. Zach Gaynor true once again. He's been perfect on the night. So with 6:28 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Colerain extends their lead to 24-6. And I just want to comment on that run. We saw it in the Waycross playback. Kelvin Cook, not as big as L.A. Ramsey was last year. He came around left end, and number 17 for the St. Xavier Bombers, Robbie Young Jr., a 5'10", 160-pound senior, almost the same size as Kelvin. Kelvin put his hand on his helmet and buried him right into the ground, and that allowed him to spring for that run. Again, great blocking downfield. There's Josh Boland. There's Jordan Asbury pushing his defender into the end zone. No flags. Touchdown is good. So the Cardinals now with a 24-6 lead with 6:28 left to go in the 3rd quarter, getting ready to kick off again.
And when Dominic Goodman came back to Colerain High School as a coach, everyone said, well, that's going to be great for the Colerain quarterbacks. They're going to learn so much from Dominic Goodman. That play was a perfect example of quite not that, of how good Coach Goodman is at coaching wide receivers who are going to catch the ball few and far between to block and make plays. He's done a fantastic job. You got to credit Coach Goodman with that.
Yeah, he really doesn't work with the quarterbacks at all. He's a wide receivers coach here, and you're right, Brandon. Zach Gaynor tees it up again, but
kicks his once again. It's a squib right down the middle of the field, picked up at the 23, taken up to the 25, up to the 30 by C.J. Glines. He takes it up past the 35 to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Now it looks like they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bombers, who once again offensively are much maligned.
The Colerain Cardinals, you've got 6:26 left in this 3rd quarter, 3-score lead. You just got to play smart, keep your aggressive, keep it up, but don't give up the big play. Let's make these Bombers work all the way down the field, eat some time, eat some clock. A little too early to start running the clock, but you've got to keep doing what you're doing.
Snap is back to Tensing. He takes it, hands it off to Hilliard, who runs right up the middle, and he's got a big chunk of yardage, a 7-yard gain for C.J. Hilliard. And just to kind of correct the math there, Brian, it's actually only a 2-score lead. It's a 16-point lead. That's 2 touchdowns and 2 2-points. So they are still far away from this game being over. And St. X now moving to a no huddle, wanting to speed it up, maybe tire out this smallish Colerain defense.
Pardon his math. He's a Colerain grad.
I understand.
You said 2-2.
I did. Nick Tensing in the shotgun, takes it, looks to pass, got some time, throws it out in the flat, intended for number 88 and incomplete on the coverage, number 5, Hosea Murphy.
They tried to find the big wide receiver. He's out there wide open, but outstretched arms. How do you overthrow a 6'5" guy? Well, he just showed right there. Going to bring it by 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, just a little bit off on his target there. Now 3rd down.
he had time to throw, just threw it away.
I am very surprised at how much St. X has not attacked the middle of the Colerain defense.
Well,
I'm still waiting for Nick Tenzing to pull the ball and run.
I haven't seen it all game, and it's very surprising to me. So Nick Tenzing now on 3rd and 4 takes the ball, looks to pass, he throws it, and it is complete. We'll see if he marks it complete.
But he might be short of the first down. This is going to be a difficult
He's got
spot.
it.
I think
it's the same exact play they just overthrew, just the other side of the field.
Right.
He's got enough of the first down.
I think so. I think that.
Yeah, about a half-foot ball.
Yep.
Perfect pattern run, perfect placement of the ball. They pick up the first down and move the chains.
You said it though, Brandon. Where is the quarterback keep? Where is the
quarterback
tuck and
draw,
run?
which has been effective against Colerain
every year? Whether it's St. X or Elder, that's the play against Colerain's defense.
Yep, and we've not seen it tonight. So Tenzing takes it, hands it off directly to Hilliard right up the middle, and he bounces forward. He's going to pick up about 1, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Jacob Todd is just disrupting that front set.
Yeah, Jacob Todd, we talk about him, 5'7". They list him at 5'8". He's not that tall, but 315 pounds. A wrestler he is just they call him the plug, and that's what he's doing. He's plugging up that middle and freeing up the linebackers to make plays.
He's like a miniature version of Tony Saragusa. I mean, he's just a staunch right there on that defensive line. He comes off. Nick Tenzing takes it once again, a shotgun looking to pass. Same thing, caught by number 88, and he's going to have enough for the first down.
Same play.
Yep.
This time the Cardinals jump it, but 6'5", number 88 is able to make the play.
Yeah, just throwing just quick little outs.
Who do we have there? Number 88, looking for that on the number 88, Kevin Kramer, a 6'6", 204-pound senior.
Yeah, and he's going against a 5'8", 165-pound defense of that Campbell on that outside.
Yeah, we don't have anybody that big to cover him. So once again, Tenzing takes it, hands it off in the backfield to Hilliard. He's going to be met and taken down back at the original line of scrimmage.
8 on 8.
Yep.
No, that was number 12 as Demetrius Colbert comes up. The underclassman.
No gain on that play.
Nice contact on the outside. They try to stretch this out, but there's Colbert just flies up and drops his head, knocks him down.
Number 13 for the Cardinals, again, that sophomore, Darrell Gardner, also in on that tackle. So 2nd down and 9, 4:20 to go left here in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals up 24-6, but St. X driving. They're at the Colerain 41-yard line. Nick Tenzing under center. He needs to get that ball off. He's got it. Snap is back. He passes out, intended and caught by Glines. He's going to catch it, but he's not going to get the first down. He's going to be taken down right at the Colerain 35-yard line, I think is where they'll mark it. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Yeah, good play here. Elijah Campbell gets off the defender. It's just that in motion, he throws it to him, got a blocker in front of him, but Campbell gets off the big blocker and limits the gain. But
good tackle.
Yeah, nice sound fundamental tackle, wrapped up the legs, brought him down. 3rd down and 4 at the Colerain 36-yard line. The Bombers are looking to convert again on 3rd down. This is one of their best drives so far in the night. Snap is back to Tenzing. He looks to pass. He keeps it himself. He looks to throw it down the field, and he does, and it is caught, and feet are in bounds with...
Yeah, that's Glines. I'll tell you what, give Tenzing a good time. He got away from the pursuit and laid it out there in the territory behind the linebackers. Does a great job to get it around Colerain. Makes a big play with his feet, and he makes a big play with his arm.
Fantastic catch as well by Ben Vines.
Keeps his feet in bounds.
Yep, Maine Williams over pursued a little bit there on defense. So 1st down and 10 at the Cardinal 19-yard line. The Bombers are in the red zone and threatening. Snap is back. It's over the head of Nick Tenzing, and he falls on it.
He's still loose.
I don't know if he got it or not. It looks like, yep, St. X retained it once again. Colerain couldn't quite bounce on it.
He never had the ball. Colerain has the ball. The referee has given the ball to the Bombers. And we're going to watch on the replay here. You can't see it at home. He tries to fall on it, but never has it. And never had, absolutely at no time,
at no point did he have that ball. At no point did Nick Tenzing get that ball back. We're looking at the replay right here on Waycross.
You know,
that's another missed call by this referee crew.
Colerain got away with a block in the back on one of their large touchdowns, and this kind of answered back, and X catches a break here.
So huge loss for the Bombers.
I did not see that.
Snap is back to Tenzing. Pressure right on the sides. It is passed and incomplete through the hands of number 21 for the St. Xavier Bombers. It'll be 3rd down and a country mile.
Yeah, threw it to the underneath receiver, Arbino, and he's there about the 20-yard line, and it just goes right through his hand. No contact by the defenders. Might have heard footsteps and knocked it down, but 3rd down and 32, 2:28 left in the 3rd quarter. Colerain looking to make another big play to stop this Bomber threat.
Tom Bolton still kind of beside himself on the sidelines.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was about as blown a call as I've ever seen. But you know what? You shake it off, you move on, and You know, C.J. Hilliard on that last play had a good block, allowed Tensing to release that ball, but it is 3rd down and 22 on the Colerain 32. Snap is back to Tensing. He's got good protection. He's in the pocket. He's going to get flushed out. Let's see if he throws it downfield. He does, and it is
picked off. Oh!
Almost picked off.
There's Murphy again, Hosea Murphy. They put Hilliard in motion and went 5 wide receivers, and he had plenty of time. Got flushed out here. As we see, rolls to his right, and he sees somebody wide open, or at least he thought he was open.
Interesting spot here, though.
Not really.
St. X Bombers.
Not really. You're down 24 to 6.
This is too far.
This is 2 down territory. This is 2 down territory.
It's still 4th and 22.
But you have no choice. You're down 24 to 6. They need points.
Do you pooch kick it from here?
No, absolutely not. I can't see them pooch kicking.
That's the formation they pooch kicked it in earlier. See if they fake out of it.
We'll see. Nick Tensing now, and the shotgun takes it. He rolls like he's going to kick it, and he is in fact going to kick it. And he kicks it out of bounds at about the, looks like about the 13-yard line. So the Bombers made the best out of a very bad situation for them. And the Colerain is going to start off 1st down and 10 at their own 13.
And we saw earlier, the Colerain Cardinals shot themselves in the foot. Had the ball deep in X territory, knocked themselves out. We see it, same thing, X returns the favor. Had the ball deep in Colerain territory, make a couple of mistakes, bad snap on a shotgun, both teams. Ball in the red zone, bad shotgun snap, kills a drive.
Again, the Colerain Cardinals have given up a total of 6 points tonight to the St. X Bombers, and that's on
a very short field.
Thank you. It was on a very short field. That was a result of just some bad play by the Cardinals, and they have not done much offensively. That was their best series of the night so far. Kelvin Cook now under center, 1st down and 10. Here's the fake handoff to DSM, and he follows his fullback right through the hole, takes it up to about the 18-yard line. So good run on 1st down for Kelvin Cook. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This is where the clock is your friend. I know we're not in the 4th quarter yet, but with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, up 24 to 6, be smart with the football. The clock is your friend. Nothing fancy, no crazy double reverses or anything like that. Let's just play fundamental Colerain football.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers. They've gone wide splits on the offensive line.
Yep, Kelvin Cook takes it, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's going to be hit by 3 St. X Bombers. I don't know that he got any yards on that at all. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
Might have picked up 1, but they said they're looking to force him to pitch. This time he does a smart thing and hang on to the ball. It'll bring up a 3rd down, but yeah, they are kind of almost zoning him out. They're attacking the fullback, but they're saying, okay, Kelvin Cook is going to beat us with the pitch. And so far, he hasn't been effective with the pitch, but he hadn't need to.
Now it's 3rd down and 6. It's a big 3rd down. Field position can change here. Kelvin Cook takes it. It's a speed pitch back to Asbury. He's got it. He's into open space.
Get loose. He's gone.
He's gone. No one is going to catch Jordan Asbury.
Well, we might have spoke too soon.
Run, Jordan, run. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jordan Asbury with an 80-yard touchdown run through the heart of the St. X defense. And that may be the nail in the coffin.
We see in the replay here, it's just a speed pitch. They've been plugging up the outside, but get good blocks, and he finds the seam, and the speedster is gone. Starts to run out a little bit of gas here. Nice closing speed, but he hangs on to the ball. This new turf at the Colerain Cardinal Stadium is on fire.
Nice.
Wow, how long have you had that one stored up?
I just made that one up.
Sure.
That was good.
Someone get that guy some water, because he is on fire.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up,
good.
And kick is good. So we'll take it down a notch here. And with 1:01 left to play in the 3rd quarter, the Colerain Cardinals have opened up a 31-6 lead over the St. Xavier Bombers, and I can only say I am completely shocked by this.
We get another look. It's just a speed pitch. The first time we've seen that quick, sweep play for the Colerain Cardinals. Asbury gets the block to the edge. From there, he does it himself. He's got the open field, finds space. He's off to the races.
Jordan Asbury, number 3, a junior, taking over that wingback position that Chris Davis held last year and the year before. And I'll tell you what, you can't coach speed. And you've either got it or you don't, and Jordan Asbury hasn't.
And that speed was, he got caught there at the end zone. That's long distance. That's 100-meter speed. His first 20, 50 meters speed is what made that touchdown.
Absolutely. Well, luckily you can't run much more than 80 yards to score. So.
And I was about ready to say, you keep saying Jordan Asbury. He's probably got negative yards coming into that carry.
He hasn't
got loose. 5-6 yards, maybe on a couple pitches. Had a couple lost yards on fumbled option pitches. But there he makes up for it. It's Barry Sanders. You need one play to make the difference.
Kickoff from the 44 or 40-yard line. Once again, it is a squib kick right up the middle, taken up to the 30 by Glines. Colerain defenders are there, and they meet him, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33-yard line. That's where the St. X offense will try and come out and do something to get themselves on track, because if they don't do it now, there's very little chance that they have any hope of coming back in this game.
And more good coverage, and you got to think those.
Do you think special teams was an emphasis this week?
Special teams was an emphasis this week.
Yeah, we talked with Coach Bolden at the coaches show this week. He wasn't happy on Wednesday with the way they were kicking in practice. So I don't know what happened on Thursday, but they've corrected something.
There may have been a few raised voices, but again, long way to go. Have an entire quarter left to play. Funny bounces can happen. You've got to play solid defense at this point. Lines in motion. And once again, a very high snap. Caught by Tenzing, but he's taken down for a loss.
Another high snap, and he bobbles it, but he keeps onto it. Stopped by a flock of Cardinals led by Demetrius Colbert. Again, hits him in the hands. It's high, but you got to catch that. This Colerain pressure up front has got Tenzing flustered.
And you got to say, it's Jacob Todd. That center is struggling. He's getting pushed back every play. You got to think these high snaps are a little bit of him trying to get that hand up a little faster, trying to stop Todd from getting that penetration up.
Under 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Now it's a low snap. Tenzing's got it. He's dancing. He's moving it around. He passes complete to C.J. Glines, and he's got it. He's on his horse. He's across the 50 to the 40. Huge pass and run for the St. Xavier offense all the way down to the Colerain 35-yard line. Maybe we'll mark it the 34. Biggest offensive play for the night.
Catches him in single coverage, a combination route. Gets Glines from the middle to the outside. We're watching the replay. Gets him loose. And it's a low snap, as you said, but this time he hangs on to it and has the time to set his feet. Hadn't had a lot of time. He beats the defender to the outside, but there's a defensive back here for Colerain to stop him.
Another high snap.
And once again, he's on his feet and he's going down. That's number 24 for the Colerain Cardinals on defense.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's got happy feet there. It looked like that was a called quarterback draw, and he was running before the snap that got there.
I don't think it was a design quarterback draw. I think because of the high snap, he couldn't get the handoff.
So that registers triple zeros on the board for the third quarter. So the Colerain Cardinals putting on a statement performance so far at home, as they have welcomed the St. Xavier Bombers to home and have not been very nice hosts, Brian, as they lead 31-6 going into the fourth quarter. I'm probably as flabbergasted as Nick Tenzing is. I did not expect this kind of a defensive performance against a team that put up 34 points last week against Ben Davis out of Indianapolis. But again, it just goes to show, give this Colerain coaching staff a week of preparation, and they can prepare their team to compete and in this case, really, I'll say it, dominate almost any opponent.
Yeah, but you've got all these new starters, and you just wait for cohesiveness, wait for them to come together. But if you remember, a couple of years ago, this Colerain team was playing I believe it's the Moeller Crusaders. Gave up 28 points in the fourth quarter to almost lose this game. So this game is played in 3. It's 1-4. You can't let up the gas pedal on this defense.
You know, I remember that game vividly. That was my very first stroke, actually, watching Colerain football.
Yeah.
Don't kid yourself, Chris. That was one of many.
I said it was my first.
No, it's one of many.
So 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the Colerain 32-yard line.
Once again, not seeing much running from Nick Tenzing, which is surprising. I guess I expected that tonight. C.J. Hilliard, again, single back set in the backfield. Nick Tenzing in the shotgun, as he has been all night. Takes a pass, takes a snap, looks to throw, got some time, he throws it.
Holding.
There's going to be holding called. Glines has got it. That ball's coming back. So good completion for him. But again, I think that ball's going to be coming back because of a holding call. Yep.
Yeah. Colerain brings a late linebacker in there on a blitz. Believe that's where the holding was.
And I don't know who the holding call is exactly. But as they're running down the field, Jacob Todd patting his
yeah, it was the center tackled Jacob Todd.
He going down the field after the play, pats his man on the back. He's going against all day and says, yeah, that flag's on you, buddy.
Yeah. As you said, it will never show up in the stat book. Jacob Todd will never hear his name as an MVP on this field. But tonight, an MVP performance so far, letting the others around him have all the glory, has just been a disruptor. The plug in the middle of this Colerain defense.
And a holding is a spot foul. That's that holding call occurred in the backfield. So it's about second and 25, 26 yards.
32.
Now that's the former yard line.
So once again, a high snap over Tensing.
Ball still
and he's
loose.
tackled. The ball is loose, and St. X falls on it once again. It's almost as if number 58 fell on top of it, and he's rolling back there just expecting it to almost be fumbled, but St. X recovers it, but they are all the way back to their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, the ball over his head, and that was Daryl Gardner. We've seen him all over the field today, but luckily the offensive lineman from St. X covers it up, but it is 3rd down and a mile from the 38-yard line of the Bombers.
3rd and 37.
Watch the draw of the screen pass here.
Yep, it only takes one pass, one slant across the middle.
Last year against Elder, they got a 3rd and 35 on a penalty. Be smart.
That's right, and it's a handoff to C.J. Hilliard right up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after about a 7-yard pickup, so it'll be 4th down at the Bomber 45-yard line. And again,
Coach Specht is very conservative, and
Yeah, you can't. It's too far to go for it here. Even down this much. Jalen Christian comes up from his cornerback position and takes down Hilliard. But that's going to bring out the punt squad, and it's not the rugby. It's the normal punt squad back here. Christian is going to go back deep. The punter for St. X going to set up on his 30. Christian's going to be about at his own 25. And adventures in snapping tonight for the long snapper.
snap is back. It's a good snap. Punter's got it. Kicks it off. A little bit of pressure by Hosea Murphy. Yep. There you go. Nowhere near it. Colerain stays away from it. It takes a bounce. It goes all the way down to the, looks like the Colerain 24, 23-yard line.
Punt will just be 1 yard past the first down marker.
The initial first down marker, yes. All the penalties, the fumbles, the missed snaps.
Good call, Brandon.
Well, initially the referee had it at the first down marker, took one step back.
You know what's amazing to me? If you think about the fact that Colerain tonight has had 2 touchdowns called back because of penalty, and the score is still 31-6. It's just shocking to me the level of domination that they have had at this point in the game, and all the mistakes they've made. But I think St. X, honestly, after those first 2 series, just got blown back off their heels and was not ready for what hit them. Calvin Cook takes the ball, fakes the handoff. It falls out of his hands. He falls on top of it.
Yeah,
so once again, poor exchange.
No, I think that one he just lost it in the tackle.
Yeah, he kept it himself. He was following him through, and the St. X bomber, the defender, stripped it from him, but Calvin Cook fell right on top of it.
So 1 yard loss on the play. Again, Colerain up 31-6 with 10 minutes to go in the game. 2nd down and 11, back at their own 23-yard line are the Colerain Cardinals. Again, be smart, protect the ball. The clock is your friend.
Yeah, 9:50 left in this ball game.
Come on, clock.
I was to say, this might be the first time we've seen Colerain huddle all year.
Calvin Cook under center. Jordan Asbury in motion. He takes it. There's another speed pick to Asbury. He's got it. And the the Bombers were all over at that time. They were not going to let him get into space.
It's St. X. Fool me once, score a touchdown. You're not going to fool me twice on that speed pitch.
Yep.
Yeah, this time a lot of blockers out there don't get the job done. The defenders shift with the motion.
So the Cardinals, unfortunately, moving backwards. And oftentimes that can be the case on the pitch. Sometimes you do move backwards because of good defensive pressure.
3rd and long for Colerain Cardinals. What do you think they run?
I believe you go with the option here, Brandon.
So 3rd down and 16 on the 16-yard line.
As Coach Bolden says, we do what we do.
I can see a handoff to DSM here just to see what he can get. He does, in fact, fake the handoff to DSM, keeps himself and shimmies himself up just past the 20. So
I want to know how fast back and forth, how many times per step Calvin Cook's shoulders go back and forth.
That's why I said he shimmies those shoulders back and forth like I've never seen anyone. It's a
like
lot more movement than what I would expect to see.
It's like he's dribbling a basketball, but there's no basketball.
Well, he's a point guard on the basketball team, so that might be a little bit of influence there, but that's going to bring up 4th down. Trey Hudson's going to set up at his own 5-yard line. The dangerous Ben Glines going to set up around midfield. Tigray Scales is your long snapper.
Coach Bolden talking to number 55 on the offensive line. There's a good kick by Trevon Hudson. He booms that ball far in the air. A fair catch is called for and made by Glines at the 43. Let's see where they stop. Yep, the 43-yard line of St. X.
You think Coach Bolden emphasized special teams this week?
I'm guessing they probably did, because let's be honest, last week against Park Vista was an absolute abomination of special teams. I mean, it wasn't pretty.
Punt.
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't a pretty punt. It was a knuckleball. Trey Hudson's just a natural athlete. That ball just just hangs up there. No return. So here come Tenzing and the Bombers trying to do something out there against this Colerain defense.
Tenzing takes the snap under center, drops back and passes intended for number 21 and
There's
way over
Jacob
his head.
Todd.
I'll tell you what, Tenzing got lucky there. The flat route was jumped, but if Jalen Christian doesn't slip that flag pattern ran, Jalen Christian's gone to the house for 6.
Yeah, they run a combo route there, and Colerain, the defensive coordinator, cut right, guessed right on both of them. If that you're absolutely correct. If that's near either one of the receivers,
Christian
guys
slipped down. If Christian doesn't slip down, he's gone.
Yeah, there was no one going to stop.
And look at this, no shotgun. They're going under. They're throwing the ball from under center.
Yep, back under center now. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. C.J. Hilliard in the backfield. Tenzing takes a drag, box drops the pass. He throws it intended for number 21. It's caught. He goes backwards thinking he can make that turn, and he doesn't. He lost a couple yards on that. He might have, if he'd gone forward, he might have picked up the first down.
Well, I think he had the first down on the catch as we watched Tenzing drop back from under center, just set his feet. And he does. He catches the ball at it would have been a first down.
And you said going under center. If you can't get the shotgun snap off, you have to go under center.
That's a great call, Brian. That's exactly right.
You only have 2 options there. You can either go under center or shotgun snap.
So 3rd down and 1 now. C.J. Hilliard in the backfield.
You could go with the pistol.
Let's see if they try something
or the
interesting
punt
here.
formation.
So 3rd down and 1.
C.J. Hilliard in the backfield. I got to believe he's going to get the ball. He does. He runs right up the middle. And he gets the first down, but he is crushed.
You know what?
Unbelievable.
There is Demetrius Meat Rack Colbert right there.
Colbert Midnight.
We call him Midnight, but he does not pick up the first. Well, okay, now they've spotted him.
Yeah, he got the first down, but C.J. Hilliard paid for that. He got hit so hard his helmet came off. I mean, he got drilled.
His helmet comes off, so he does have to come out for at least 1 play by Ohio high school athletic rules.
But the clock starts with the first down.
Yep, first down and 10. Tenzing drops back, looks to pass, throws it intended for number 11, and it is incomplete over his head. And I got to tell you, I know that they wanted him to go under center, Brian and Brandon, but does he look natural rolling back?
It disrupts the timing there. They try a little slip screen coming in the middle, and there's Jacob Todd forces him to throw it off his back foot a little bit early.
I'll tell you what, if Elijah Campbell's doing the right thing. That middle screen had a potential to go big. He's going for the tackle. He looks up. That ball was about 2 inches above his helmet.
Yep, but you got to keep the defender or the wide receiver in front of you.
6:58 to go in this game. Colerain up 31-6. Pass is intended for number 88, and it is caught. So good, simple pass play. And you know what? Colerain will give up an 8-yard pass, 7-yard pass every single day.
Under 6 3/4 to play.
Yeah, Maine Williams, Eric Johnson makes it the stop at the 38-yard line, 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2. C.J. Hilliard not back in the game yet. Tenzing takes it. It's a high snap, hands off to number 25, and he gets the first down. He's met by the Cardinal defense, but not until he gets down to the Colerain 33-yard line, where it'll be another first down for the St. X Bombers. And again, at this point, you know, with under 6.5 minutes to play, if you're the Colerain defense, you got to keep the ball in front of you.
You'll accept it. You'll accept the 2-3 yard gain.
Absolutely.
T. Gray Scales makes the tackle there, but the clock is running.
Tenzing takes it, drops back to pass. It's another completion, but he is rocked once again by this Cardinal defense and taken down at the 30-yard line for about a 3-yard gain. We'll see the replay on Waycross, but
yeah, he's not just rocked, he's air-rocked. Air-rock Johnson.
Brian Randolph and Air-rock Johnson. Goodness gracious.
And that was the same middle screen they set up before that was over his head. Cardinals there with the tackle this time when the Bombers completed.
Colerain football, one motto: run fast, hit hard. In the shotgun, Tenzing takes it, drops back to pass. Got some happy feet, rolls out to his left. Good coverage, tosses it down the field, and it is incomplete. Didn't catch the number on who that was intended for, but great coverage by Elijah Campbell. It'll be now 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, they just go right down the sidelines, and he tries to find it's Peter Garvin one-on-one with Elijah Campbell. Campbell doesn't turn his head, but once the ball hits his hand, he gets up and punches it free. A good defensive play by Elijah Campbell.
I could have almost seen face guarding as a penalty in that one.
Well, he didn't get his hands up until the ball was there.
No such thing.
You're exactly right. In high school, there is no such thing as face guarding.
There's no such thing in any level.
3rd down and 7.
Tensing takes the ball, drops back. He's got pressure on both sides, stays in the pocket, slings it across middle. It's caught by Glines, but he's immediately taken down by 2 Colerain defenders. He might be short of the first down.
Depends on the spot.
Might be about a half-yard short.
This might be a measurement.
It won't matter. I mean, it's
under 5.5 to play.
He's got to get inside the 23, and they're outside the 23, so they're about a half-yard short. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. 5:25 left to play.
Glines coming off the field on 4th down. That's a big deal right there.
No Hilliard?
No Hilliard, no Glines. Hilliard does not come back after taking that hit from the
He's on the sidelines listening to the coach. I just got to think get the better pass catcher in there.
Here's the ball handed off, and he's number 25 for the Bombers, and he's going to get it. He moves all the way into the Colerain red zone right at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bombers. But again, great defensive play by the Cardinals.
Tick, 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 tick,
yep.
tick.
Yep, the clock is running and running and running, and you could almost let him have a touchdown on this drive as long as it takes him 3 more minutes.
Yeah, under 5, under 5 minutes to play now.
Play smart, don't over pursue. Snap is back to Tensing once again in the shotgun, as we've said all night. Pass is complete to number 88. Number 7
He's
is out
in bounds.
Yep, and the clock continues to run. Number 7, Jalen Christian. I believe that's Jalen Christian.
Yeah, that's Christian again.
Yep, Christian tackles him, tosses him down in bounds, so the clock continues to run now.
Kevin Kramer sort of stood there like he was going to get pushed out of bounds. Christian just threw him straight down.
Yep. So 2nd down and about 5. C.J. Hilliard back in the game. Tensing takes the ball, looks to pass, and there's nowhere to go. Pressure by the Cardinals defense sacks him back at the 20-yard line.
Gray Scales.
The scales of defense.
You know,
that was terrible. Don't ever do that again. That one. Just stop. Never do that again.
I have to say, this defense has been much maligned, especially after last week after giving up 27 points to that Park Vesta team from Florida. But people who didn't see it, and unfortunately who couldn't hear it because of our technical issues, didn't realize that those points came on basically 4 plays. This is a good Cardinal defense.
And that was a coverage sack on that time. Tensing had time initially, but had to pull it down.
3rd down and 9. 3 receivers to his left. He goes to the short side and passes it complete, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. So they're going to have to go for it again on 4th down. Tackle made by number 1 and number 7.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, there's no question now. The outcome of this game, I think, is pretty much determined.
Yeah, Christian and Williamson come up and make the play and dump the receiver. It's 4th down.
3.5 minutes left to go. Tom Bolden standing on the benches, imploring the Colerain crowd to get up on their feet and cheer on this Colerain defense, who, without question, has been the star of the game tonight. Nick Tensing on 4th down and 2 at the Colerain 13-yard line.
And
goodness gracious, number 77 for St. X jumped the snap, and it's going to be a 5-yard false start penalty.
Yeah, Jace Walshy just got a little head start there. Going to make this 4th down conversion a little bit tougher as we tick down to 3:08 left in this ball game.
Well, Brian, I mean, we'll relive it. Coach Bolden once again coming out, imploring the crowd to get up on their feet. But this is a statement game for the Colerain Cardinals. No one expected this outcome, and they are just absolutely bringing it to this St. Xavier team. Tensing back, takes a snap, looks to pass, throws it down the middle of the field. It is caught by number 88 into the end zone, touchdown. So finally, that slant across the middle of the field works for the Bombers, and they get it in the end zone.
Nice throw. He threads the needle here. Eric Johnson just missed that, but he walks into the end zone to cut into this lead. But 31-12 with extra point pending.
They're going to have to go for 2 here. I'll tell you what, though, if your coach cut right, you're going to get beat on a play. That's just a great pass.
That was a perfect play by Tensing.
Eric Johnson, like you said, just there, put it in a spot right there, found that little window as it closed. Touchdown Bombers.
But they've been going out all day, and this time they take the pass pattern to the middle of the field, and they're successful.
Well, again, 6'4" quarterback, 6'6" receiver. 2-point conversion attempt here. Tensing takes it. He looked to pass. He throws it into the end zone, and it is knocked down by the Colerain Cardinals.
Who's that? There's Hosea Murphy, a first-year starter, a senior. Made a lot of big plays last week. Makes a big play there. 31-12, 3:04 left. Tensing drops back as we watch the replay. He's got time to set. Throws a bullet, but there's Murphy. Comes out of nowhere and knocks it down. So looking for the onside kick here, but a lot of scores to make up. Colerain's just got to get the ball and be smart and secure it right here. Run the clock out. Looks like St. X still has all 3 of their timeouts, but only 3:04 left of the play.
And there it is, the cheer that we love to hear. The cheer that we love to hear, the We Are Colerain cheer coming from the Colerain stands.
All right, so you got to think onside kick, right?
(31-12) with 3 minutes left in the game, and the Cardinals will take the snap. We have a little bit of
an equipment issue. Yeah, Demetrius Colbert's shirt has exposed shoulder pads there, so they got to fix it there.
Given Al Gabriel, our man down on the sidelines, is motioning up here. I'm going to head on down to do post-game interview. Brandon and Brian, you take it home the rest of the way. Thank you.
All right. So, got to think here. Maybe give enough respect to Bolden to kick deeper. They're going to go for the onside, pop it up in the air.
TJ Dula
will take a knee. He thought about running in.
Smart football player. Takes it, eats up a couple seconds. Probably wanted to do that. TJ wanted to make a big play, but secured the ball and just laid down at the 15-yard line.
It looked like he to run, and then the man behind him, Jalen Christian, said, let's just take a knee here.
Coach Joseph's a special teams coach. I'm sure they had it in their ear. If he didn't, it's a headsy play by a senior.
We'll see what comes out from the Colerain offense. It will still be the ones.
Yeah, they've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can't take a knee here. They're going to run a play, but I expect let's line them up in the eye and just run the basic option. Maybe a couple quarterback follows. Let's not pitch the ball. Let's just run straight at them and force them to use all their timeouts. If you get a first down, you get a first down.
Give up the middle. Nope, Cook keeps it. And smartly tucks it away, tucks it under. He'll pick up about 6, maybe 7. He thought about that pitch, but thought better, tucked it in.
Timeout. I tell you what, there's a smart play. They were forcing him to pitch. As we see here on the replay, takes it outside, and there's a defender there for the Bombers, and he kind of hesitates, and he keeps it himself. Smart play.
The pitch was there, but I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah, don't risk the pitch.
No need to. And he probably has that director from Bolden. Don't pitch the ball. So a timeout by the St. Xavier Bombers will be their first of the second half at 2:51 remaining in this ball game. It's the Colerain Cardinals 31. The St. Xavier Bombers 12. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Colerain Cardinals at their own 22-yard line.
You know, Brandon, we're getting close to the end of the game. We got to start thinking about our own MVP in this game. But who do you give it to? I mean, this is a collective defense. Jacob Todd.
Simply put,
the entire defense.
Coach Cutright.
There you go.
That entire Colerain, you can't just say front 7, because they got the back of the quarterback, but they had several sacks that were coverage sacks. You've got to give it to the entire Colerain Cardinal defense. Everyone expected Colerain to score points. They didn't expect the Bombers to be held to just 12.
Yeah, big week again. Coach Cutright has a child this weekend, has a perfect game plan.
Cook on the follow, hit in the backfield, bounces off, stays on his feet, stays in bounds. He'll bounce and get maybe 1, maybe 2 yards on that play. Yeah. But he was blown up as you get another look back on Waycross. In the backfield, pushed back by number 47, Justin Hilliard, stays on his feet, stays running, picks up 1 yard. It'll be another timeout. The St. Xavier Bombers are actually going to give him a -1 yard.
Yeah, don't let his small frame fool you. Only about 160 pounds, but he has spent a lot of time in the weight room, and I tell you what, he's running through. Hilliard's what, 225? He's 165, 170 at his biggest, and runs through the tackle. So not afraid of contact, won't shy away. Kelvin Cook taking it to him.
And Kelvin Cook suffered through some cramping issues in week 1. Granted, it was hot down at Nippert Stadium. Field temperature about 110 degrees. We had the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Cook, and he told us that Grandma Cook said make sure Kelvin gets plenty of fluids, drink that Gatorade, drink that pickle juice. Yes. I think Miss Grandma Cook is going to get some kudos this week.
And give credit to both these. We see no cramping from either one of these teams. This has been a very physical game up front, defensively and offensively. Looks like both teams are going to come out here relatively healthy.
So big third down play for the Cardinals. Kelvin Cook keeps it up. He'll be
about a half-yard short.
Depend on the spot. It'll be immediately a timeout for the Bombers. It'll be 4th down on about a half-yard for the Colerain Cardinals, but they've got to think they're punting at their own 25-yard line. Another timeout by St. X Bombers. That'll be their last timeout at the 2:37 mark of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, see on the sidelines there, Coach Bolden wanted Kelvin Cook to, if he gives the ball to Daytwan right there, Daytwan probably gets the first down. But as we said earlier, he secured the ball, and that's the most important thing. You're not always going to get it, but as we see here, replay.
Kelvin Cook, we're going to look at the replay. Kelvin Cook is begging Coach Bolden to let them go for it.
You know what? They've been very successful on these 4th and 1s.
You're up 3 scores. There is no need to go for it here. Any other circumstances, if this is a one-score game, Coach Bolden definitely not doing it.
Well, and maybe any other team. I mean,
any other team. There is so much respect between these two coaches that Coach Bolden will even say, as much as fans outside this game could be crazy, overreact, adults acting like children about it, the kids and the two coaches have so much respect for one another. So Hudson back for the punt. Spread out. Maybe see a snap down from the Cardinals. No, good snap, high kick, good pressure by the Bombers trying to block it, but Hudson will get it off. It'll bounce out just before midfield. It'll be St. X ball at the Cardinal 49 with 2:29 to play. And if you're Hudson, you're just trying not to get that ball.
Well, yeah, they brought the heat on him this time. It's the first time he had been rushed to kick, and the first time he's kind of shanked it, didn't hit it good, but no return. Clock runs, 2:29 left in this ball game. Colerain up 31-12. Just don't give up the big play here. Don't need the quick score. Play your safeties a little deep, and let's get out of here.
Keep everything in front, everything in the middle. Interesting change here for the St. Xavier Bombers at quarterback. It looks like they're going to Wildcat formation. Run by Ben Glines off the quarterback keeper, tackled by Jalen Christian after a gain of about 2.
You know, we haven't seen this all game. They've been known to run it a lot, and as we said, it's the first time down. You got Ben Glines in there and only picks up 1 yard.
And you know what? Maybe if you're Coach Specs, you know this game is, the outcome is decided. Maybe work on a couple of things, couple wrinkles in live game situations, but you see the entire Colerain section, coaching staff motioning like, watch the throw, watch the throw. Glines takes the Wildcat snap up the middle, left side, finds some space. He's got a hole and he's gone at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Brought down short. Tackled at the 1 yard line by number 4, Elijah Campbell, who's had a fantastic game tonight.
Yeah, the St. X Bomber fans don't like it. We're watching the replay. You know, why didn't we see this a little bit earlier? Mixing up the offense. Glines takes it, and he's off to the races. Campbell not giving up on his play, chases Glines down behind. Glines might have relaxed, but he did get stopped at about a half-yard line.
Glines take the Wildcat snag a little high, but the push is up front. And the St. X, in 3 plays, puts another touchdown on the board.
1:34 left. St. X isn't going away quietly.
31-18. And we joke, why is it, you can say, why didn't they do this earlier? Why didn't they do this earlier? Well, there's a reason it's so that easy. Colerain is playing back, they're relaxed. They're probably gonna let that run happen.
Well, yeah, they're not attacking with their linebackers, kind of sitting back in a catch. Don't give up the big play. They do there, but here goes the extra point.
Speck does the math. He knows the smart thing here is to kick the extra point. Snap back, kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:34 remaining here at Cardinal Stadium, it's the Colerain Cardinals 31, the St. Xavier Bombers 19. Now
last time,
up until that run, the St. Xavier Bombers for the game were minus 20 yards rushing. That rush right there puts the St. Xavier Bombers in positive yardage rushing the football.
So interesting what Coach Speck will do here. Didn't try for the onside kick, down 3 scores, but they scored enough quickly with 1:34 left in this game. Will he try it here to try to get the ball back?
It is a 12-point ball game, so 2 scores. We'll see by the way he sets it up, and he looks like the kicker. That is one big kicker, by the way. Number 44, Alex Kenner, 6'2", 223. I've got to think he also plays another position besides kicker. But Ailey gets the ball, he tees it straight back up, so maybe run straight from this muddle huddle. We'll see what they do.
Yeah,
they will line up all 10 defenders on one side of the ball.
Colerain is prepared for it, has the hands team in.
Onside kick out, fielded by Deshaunte Jones, and that should do it. I'll tell you what, Deshaunte Jones with 2 fantastic picks, catches tonight. That might have been the most important one. Back-to-back weeks, it's Deshaunte Jones recovering the onside kick.
Yeah, he got it yesterday. I'll tell you what, when you get a chance to watch the replay of this, and we have the replay schedule, the Waycross replay schedule on We Are Colerain's website, you'll be able to see it. The play that Deshaunte made in the game, the interception he made from the wide receiver position was one of the most athletic plays I've ever seen. So no timeouts left for the Bombers. Colerain does not have to run a play, and it looks like they're lined up.
It's every Colerain offensive lineman's favorite play, favorite formation, check victory for the Colerain Cardinals. No timeouts for the St. Xavier Bombers. Kelvin Took takes the snap, takes a knee, and with under 90 seconds to play in this game, the Colerain Cardinals have all but wrapped this up. It'll take 2 more snaps, and they defeat the St. Xavier Bombers for the 3rd consecutive time.
As long as this, I'd love to see it. As long as this rivalry has been around, I don't think either team has won 3 games in a row.
No, St. Xavier's won 3 times in a row.
Did they? Okay, that's what I said.
We don't have that many wins against them. Come on. Under a minute to play now. Kelvin Cook just waiting for the back judge to put his signal up for 5 seconds. Well, maybe he's got to snap it quickly. There he goes.
Well, inexperienced at quarterback there. He's looking
it's
at
the first time they've had to run check victory.
Yeah, so he's looking at Coach Bolden. Coach Bolden is looking at the back official with his hand up, signaling the 5 seconds left. So I think they're going to have to snap it one more time.
One last snap. So we see Athletic Director Bolden tried to hold back the student section that they've been allowed in the end zone for this game. One last snap, 24 seconds to play. Cook takes the snap, takes the knee, and the Colerain Cardinals couldn't run the clock out. Ten seconds to play now. All right, no need to play another down at this ball game as time will go out. Final score, Colerain Cardinals 31, St. Xavier Bombers 19. The Colerain Cardinals defend the turf the first time this new turf and the new field here at Cardinal Stadium is defended by their home team.
So for everybody from Waycross and everybody here at We Are Colerain, I am Brian Wyatt, joining here in the booth, Brandon Wyatt, for Chris Himonitis and all of us here. Thank you for viewing, and that was Colerain football.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.